real quick and call Reynor. Coaching Reynor. Coaching Reynor. Is he reigning champion? I'll ask him. I actually don't know if he's reigning champion. Start voice call. Hello there.
Hello.
I need to ask, are you reigning world champion? I need a clickbait title. Or are you,
yeah,
just, just watch?
World champion, it's fine.
World champion, okay. Coaching Reynor, StarCraft 2 world champion. Alright, I abbreviated everything. Alright, I was kidding anyway. Don't worry about it. You did better than me, man. I fucking lost in the world finals. Smoge.
I lost two once, so we're even, I guess.
Yeah, I need to get back in there. Alright, man. Let's get into it. Do you want to start reviewing VODs first of the games that you've been playing? Or do you want to hop into gameplay?
Yeah. Let's review a couple of VODs, I guess. I have one game I recorded. Otherwise, you can just open my Twitch VODs. I'll send you my link. I played like fucking 20 games yesterday.
I was watching some yesterday.
You were? Okay.
Yes,
I don't know. I'm running it down a little bit. Limit testing a lot.
I wasn't watching like intently, you know. It's like there's a difference. You know, I'm sure you can relate. It's the same as when you're thinking, right? When you're watching StarCraft, it's like there's a very big difference between like actually sitting there and like thinking about what he's doing and why, and getting good. What the fuck? I need to subscribe to you. Honestly, I'll subscribe. I don't mind.
No. Wait. I'll gift you one. No.
No, don't worry. I got it.
You sure?
Yeah, dude. Of course. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
No worries. But yeah, sometimes, especially on stream, it's a little bit harder to focus. Like I've noticed that, like on stream, sometimes I forget to smite, and sometimes I forget to pick up heralds. Like simple stuff like that only happens on stream.
It makes sense. It's harder to focus on the things you're doing. All right. Yeah. Wait. I subscribed. Can you work now, please? Okay, no, this is the wrong VOD. 1 sec.
No, I started with StarCraft, but then I continued with League. There's a couple of games. Otherwise, the day before that, also literally 10 games.
Do you have any particular game that you can give me that you like? You find that you'd want me to review? I'm gonna give you the rundown of like what I want to work with you first, and then you can tell me, okay?
Yeah.
So, basically, first things first is I want you to separate the type of game you'll play. Type of game number 1. Make timers for laners. Type of game number 2. Make timers for more farming / counter jungling. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Now, what is a timer? For jungle, a timer is basically where and how you can spend your free time in the game.
Okay.
Right? So when you full clear a jungle, a camp takes 2:15 to respawn, right?
Yeah.
So when you full clear, you will have, at the first full clear that you do, you'll have about 30 to 45 seconds before your camps respawn. Now, technically, it's a little lower because you have to travel to the camp, right?
Yeah.
But the idea is you still have a small timer.
Yeah. From
if you're a fast
335, 340, when the scuttle dies to 415.
Yes, exactly. So you can have a small timing. And we're going to discuss some strategies you can use to make timings and how to recognize when you have a timer.
Okay.
Next thing is separating. So this is the first separation, right? And then the next separation that I want you to make, and this is like extra, is like 1A, is make timers for laners no matter what. And then obviously 2A is make timers for laners. Let's do 1B. That makes more sense. Make timers for laners when convenient, right? So after clear.
You know, I've been like going to the both extremes like lately. I've been either like making time mostly for myself and like clearing jungle camps mostly, and then when jungle camps are down, try to gank. And then I've been doing the opposite a while ago, where I was just forcing ganks and forcing plays. So I'm switching between the two extremes a little bit, and also depends what champ I play a lot. I can't really find a middle ground.
We will be discussing how to do that. I just wanted to identify the two extremes here, so we can do that. Is there any particular game that you have for me? I got the VODs to work.
I think most of my games just look similar at this point. I've noticed this pattern where I kind of like do a very dumb play in the early game, a couple of dumb plays, And also, I've noticed another pattern in my gameplay where I struggle to find time for objectives and like to find the right moment for objectives. And also another thing that I struggle with is understanding. Like, let's say I have prio bot and mid. I'm level 5. And the Drake is up. Should I be resetting camp or should I be going straight to Dragon? Like that's the kind of thing I struggle with at the moment in the early game.
The way we're going to attack this is the first step, and the next step is we are going to change your in-game clock. The way you read the clock. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
We are minions. I don't know how to say it. The game will be played around minion waves. So, minion waves spawn at, do you know which times?
1:30.
Wrong.
Oh, yeah, that's jungle camps. Yeah, 1:05. Okay.
Yeah, this is when minion waves spawn. So we're gonna play League of Legends around minion waves, because that's where action happens, right? So
yeah,
if you think about this, right, then when people group mid and they fight, like, why did they group mid and fight?
To get mid prio.
Yeah, mid prio is what? It's the minion wave, right? So the idea of minion, the reason why minion waves are important is because if you take one standalone minion wave, it's worthless, right? You don't care.
Yeah.
But if you have a habit of not farming minion waves, you will bleed gold at a rate of roughly 260 to 300 gold per minute.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
This is how much gold someone loses if they don't farm waves. Because every 30 seconds, a minion wave spawns. A minion wave is 100 gold per minion wave. Plus 90 if it's cannon, roughly. This is rough numbers. Technically, it's like 60, and then it scales up to 90 as the game goes on. But it's basically, it's 100, 100, and 190. This is the math I use, which is 390. Divide that by 3. We come out to 130 per minion wave. This is the math why you're losing basically 300 gold per minute when you don't farm your minion waves. Because technically it's 260, but 300 is just easier to understand because, yay. Easy number. Rounded number. You could say 250 if you want. But the point is, this is why mid-priority matters. Because if the enemy team perma concedes mid-prio, their AD carry is literally paying tax, right? He's paying 250 gold per minute worth of tax.
Yep.
So, why are minion waves so important is for this reason. So when you, early game, make a decision, so let's say 335, you deny the enemy mid laner 2 minion waves because you dive him, and then you crash the wave, and he loses 2 waves. How much gold did he lose?
2 minion waves, and he crashed the wave 250, okay, yeah.
Roughly. Same number. That's the thing. So early game waves are as valuable as later game waves. Actually, early game waves are more valuable, but that's semantics about how when you have a small amount of gold, every little bit of gold matters more, right?
Yeah.
If you have $5, the next $5 is doubling your money.
Yeah,
if you
that's
have $500,
yeah.
$5 doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
It's the same everywhere. It's the same in life as well, right? So
yeah,
that's how life, that's how money works. That's how belongings work, really. So what's important to recognize is that early game, gold is very valuable. Now, how much gold do you get after doing 3 camps?
After 3 camps? 350? Something like that?
A little less than that. I think you're being too generous with jungle camps. It's more like 270 or so.
Okay.
Later in the game, the thing is it scales with game time and like how many times you've killed camps. So it does go up later in the game. So it is 350 at some point, if I'm not mistaken. But for the most part, I use the gold standard of 300 gold.
Okay.
How much time does it take roughly to do 3 camps on the same side? Let's keep it simple.
225, 230.
To do 3 camps on the same side, how much time does it take you?
So first camp
again.
Spawns
first camps, they spawn at 1:30, right? So
1:30, yeah. So
it takes 1 minute.
Yeah.
Do you see the resemblance?
Yeah, I meant in total, the game time.
No. Of course, I'm just specifying so that, because the thing is, if you say 2:30 and then I'm talking about the 3rd and 4th clears that you're doing, it'll get confusing. So I just wanted you to really look at the amount of time you spend doing camps and the amount of time that you spend ganking and denying the enemy team waves. Because at the end of the day, what jungle is about, if I just delete all of these numbers, because I just wanted to align with you in numbers, what your goal is to attack someone's lane and deny him more gold. Like, you're attacking the lane and denying this guy gold, right?
Yeah.
Let me just go yellow here, right? That's at the end of the day, that's what you do, is you attack people and you deny them money.
Yeah.
The skill in a jungle is to recognize who am I denying the most money.
Okay.
And sometimes when junglers gank, they don't realize that they're denying themselves the most money.
Yeah. This is
Right?
what I figured as well.
So the reason why we do all the silly maths and we talk about all the stuff is because we need to understand that in 1 minute of time early game, we earn 300 gold.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then let's say it's 270 because we're being generous here. I don't actually know the exact numbers anymore because I haven't jungled in a while, so bear with me. But it's roughly this much. Fun fact. How much is 12 CS?
It's 3 camps.
And how many waves is that?
2 waves.
Correct. So when I jungled, I would tell my laners, 3 of my camps is 2 minion waves. So if you want me to skip my camps, you are making a play that will net worth give me or you more than 2 minion waves. You will either deny the guy 2 minion waves, or you will kill him and you get a bunch of gold and you deny him a bit, right?
Yeah.
So like when you stand to gain more, you can make this decision. Now there's a lot of nuance in League, but I just want to I want you to stop thinking about League as in like jungle and minions are different. They're not. They're the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're really the same thing. They're exactly the same thing. They're a resource that one is trying to gather, and your skill is to recognize when you farming camps is earning more money for your team, and when you not farming camps and pressuring someone is earning more for is earning more for the team, right? So whatever earns more is the decision you should try to make, and you should make the decision that is the most consistent. Do you watch any aggro involves by any chance?
Yeah, I do actually. I want to talk to you about this.
Very good.
I've been watching him a lot.
Very good. This is the idea he follows. He follows the idea that he is earning a set rate of gold per minute, and every time the enemy jungler deviates, this is what happens to the enemy jungler's gold income, depending on the situation. It goes up, down, up, down, up, down. Some games you'll have the random solo queue jungler will have a really good game and get 1 or 2 kills, right? Some games he will get this enjoying, like he will enjoy this process of killing people. In some games he will be this, and he will just have a lower gold per minute. Agron is more like this.
Yeah. He's very consistent.
Very consistent, always generating the same amount of gold. The reason why he plays for Drake as much, right? I'm sure if you watch him play, you'll see he plays for Drakes a lot. Is because Drakes are money.
Yeah.
Right? He uses Hextech Drake as this example, right? A very easy example to calculate. Why is that? Because attack speed and ability haste, it's pretty easy to calculate the rough value of that, because the Kindle gem is like 500, like it's like 600 health worth of gold, maybe like 550, and then so 10 ability haste is what, 250 or 300 gold, like right, the leftover, right? That's how much gold it is roughly. So it's easy to calculate the value of ability haste and the value of attack speed. And the argument for a Hextech Drake early game is that it just gives your team 1.5k gold worth of stats. Because across all 5 champs, it's a little more than that, but you get the idea. Across all 5 champs, you're enjoying a 1500 to 2000 gold lead.
Yeah.
Because you're gaining those stats. So again, the calculations we're making and the decisions, the way that we are identifying whether a play was good or bad is through the maths I explained to you.
Yeah.
12 CS equals roughly 250 to 300 gold. Depends on game time, right? Most part, you're jungler, so you care about early game, so let's agree that it's 250 gold. So every time that you make a decision, it's going to be 250 gold on average. Sometimes it's going to be less than that because there's no cannon in the wave. Sure. But on average, there will be a cannon wave. Look, 2 out of 3 times there will be a cannon wave in 2 waves, right? So, most of the time we're calculating for a cannon. So it's just easier to do that. So this is how we're going to define when we make a good play and a bad play. It's really simple. This is the process you're going to use. You're just going to open your calculator and look, okay, well, I moved. I killed the enemy laner. I got plus 450 because it's 300 gold plus an assist, right? And he lost. Like, plus my laner got the wave, 100 gold. Plus the enemy laner lost 100 gold. So the amount of difference we made up is 550, and he is minus 100, right? So it's a 650 gold differential play we made.
Yeah.
Spread across you and the top laner, right? Like whoever gets the kill, whatever, right? But the point is as a whole, as a team, when you look at the scoreboard, this is what you achieved, right?
Yeah.
And with the gold numbers. So you know that is a good play. If you lost 2 camps for this play, you know that this is still a good play.
Yeah.
Because if you lose minus 2 camps, because this is the thing about camps, okay? When you lose your camps, he gains and you lose.
Yeah.
It is not just him gaining. You're actively losing that farm because you can't come back and get it.
Yeah.
It's off the map.
Yeah.
That's why it can be easy to say, oh yeah, again, it's easy, right? You just say, oh yeah, 2 camps, right? What is minus 4 CS of this? What is a third of this number? Let's say 170 gold for 2 camps, yeah?
Yep.
Roughly.
Mm-hmm.
Again, bear with me. I know like some of these numbers, like I guess it's more like 160. All right, sure. Bear with me in my maths. 160 gold. So you lost 160 and he gained 160.
Yeah.
Because you can't come back and get it without him having a say. Because he can come and contest it again. Because he knows when they're going to respawn.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't say like, oh, it's fine because I got something of his. Like, only if you go invade it and take something. So the thing is when you counter jungle 2 camps from someone, you're actually making a 320 gold swing.
Yeah.
So when someone loses 1 minion wave, and you steal 2 camps for that 1 minion wave they lost, again, the enemy laner gets 100 gold. Or 130 if we want to be specific. Because sometimes, like on average, 130. Because sometimes you lose a cannon, sometimes you won't.
Mm-hmm.
And your laner will lose that money.
Yep.
So the point is this is 260 roughly, right? So trading 1 wave for 2 camps is totally fine. For 3 camps, it's definitely worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So think like that is just how I want you to generally like change the way you think and math out the game. Because again, to know what is a good and bad play, it is just a matter of calculating.
Yeah.
Now the game gets complicated. Oh, do you have any questions?
Well, I assumed like the answer is obvious, but I get when I approach the game this way, because I've tried approaching the game this way, just like thinking it in terms of gold, I really get flamed a lot. Because and then that makes me question, like, should I be there? Should I actually be there for display? Was display correct? But yeah, I don't know.
So this is exactly where I'm going to be hitting you with. This is where the game gets complicated. That's what I said. This is where the game gets complicated.
Yeah.
Because you don't win league if you just. Oh wait, what the fuck? Oops, my scroll wheel told me. The game, if you just go up in gold and you never PvP, you don't actually achieve anything. Right?
Yeah.
In league, if you have right now, right? In league, if you spawn with 6 items and you are confined to your base, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
You need to actually kill the enemy nexus. You need to take structures. Right? You need to do something in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right? At the end of the day, one needs to make plays. One needs to make a proactive move in order to win the game. This is a big thing that they changed in League, fun fact. Over the years. 2018 was the biggest year for this change. It was no longer about getting vision and waiting for an enemy team to make plays. The game started to become, I do something. Okay. And then I win if I keep doing things. So I'm the one that's pressing the advantage. The more I press on your side of the map, the more I make you come to me and fight me, the better. Because there are things like home guards. When you die on the enemy side of the map, right? Let's say I die on your side of the map. I kill you, you kill me, right? If I take anything from your side of the map, I can always defend my camps because I'm going to respawn. Whilst you are walking to come and take something from me in return, I can come and defend it. Yeah. So even dying, taking 2 camps and dying on the enemy team, it's not that bad because you only give away a kill. So let's say you take a solo kill, it's minus 300. Remember, it's a 320 gold swing when you take 2 camps.
Yeah.
So that's why like making any plays on the enemy side of the map is generally good because you can always come back and defend your own camps. Because home guards, right? They're broken. They're pretty strong. So playing proactive is generally very good. Now, obviously, there's more nuance. But you mentioned I farm all the time. My teammates flame me because all I do is calculate gold. Well, the way I found the solution to this is I defined when I was at my strongest.
Okay.
So I looked at this and I looked at this.
Yeah.
So you are playing Rek'Sai, and the enemy jungler is playing. Let me check. I don't know if you remember what they were playing, but I can just check. Xin Zhao.
Xin Zhao, yeah.
I would say this is a good matchup for you, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Now, within the good matchup, there's going to be a timing where you are going to be stronger than him. Well, let's put it this way. In every matchup, there will be times where you are stronger and then times where you are weaker.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
That's just how the game works, right? Same as StarCraft. There's going to be times where your race is going to be stronger and when your race is going to be weaker.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes your matchup is so good that you're always stronger. But the point is that within that, there is nuance because sometimes you will be 20% stronger and sometimes you'll be 80% stronger.
Mm-hmm.
This is right here when we're going to identify when we hit this point. When we hit this point, we will stop looking at doing anything defensively and we will proactively look to fight no matter what.
Yeah, I struggle with this a lot. I learned, like, I actually figured that when I get ahead, I don't press the issue enough. Like, I don't force stuff when I'm very strong.
So let's look at the VOD, right? So let's look at the situation. We have a double kill. So we double kill them. We do a really nice counter gank. You do you do a very greedy three camp gank into bot, or try to get one. You don't end up getting it. You find a counter gank mid instead, and somehow, I don't even know how you get this double. Let's see how you play it. You smack him in the forehead. This guy gets queued. Oh, that's rough. All right, well, I mean, we love that. Nice. We're pinging this guy's coming. This is good. So the first thing I want to ask you, right? What are your options?
Yeah. So basically, I can either recall or just go straight top. I wanted to recall, but
When
I
you
want
say straight top, what do you mean by that?
by clearing my
Camps?
camps. Yeah,
Okay,
clearing my camps.
I agree.
I'm too low to do anything else, I think.
Yeah, sure.
But
So,
I didn't want to recall yet because it was a little bit awkward because I was missing some gold for the Threadbreaker component. So I thought maybe I can
Iron
clear my
Spike
camps.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, how do we define which is the best line? I like to use a little timeline, right? So I don't know. You think you've heard me do this already? If you haven't, I like to use a timeline. Why do I use a timeline? Because as a jungler, we both have the timeline we follow, and this matters a lot because it will trace back. You can always trace back a jungler's timeline. If you know what they did at this point here, if you know what they did at 4:04, right, 4 minutes, you can usually, through logical thinking, identify what he's been doing the entire time.
Yeah.
So if I see you at 4 minutes and you have 28 CS and you show on crab, right?
Yep.
I can click on you and see which buff you have, and I can judge where you started and which path you took.
Yeah.
Now, if I see you at 4:30 on a crab with 28 CS, I can only see which buff you did, but I can't tell which path you did anymore. Do you know why?
Why?
Because you can do blue into red and then reverse your clear. And the only thing I know is when you did red and blue. I don't know which path you did, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
So you see how the difference in time matters so much in jungle?
Yeah.
That is why, like, people don't think about this, but when you show at 3:30 exactly, and you have 24 CS, and you have a red buff that is, like, you have red buff like on low duration, right? Like here you have a red buff that's refresh, but let's say your red buff was low duration, right? And your blue buff is full duration. Then I know exactly what you did, right?
Yeah.
That is why I use the timeline, because if I at any point spot you in the timeline, I can reverse engineer your entire clear and know what you want to do. Now again, why do you want to do something in League? Like, why can I know what you want to do? Because if you don't go back to your camps, just like the 80 carry, you're bleeding 250 gold per minute.
Yeah.
Roughly. Again, it's actually less in the early game in jungle. It's more like 170 because you're just not resetting your camps, right? You're bleeding 170 gold per minute. For every minute you're not farming these camps, you are just bleeding gold, bleeding gold, bleeding gold, bleeding gold. So if you don't go back there, you are losing. Unless you find something better than this. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
This is why I know exactly what you're doing when I see you. When I see you, boom, I already know. Right, I just played Xin Zhao, I got double killed by Rek'Sai. What are my options?
Xin Zhao had red, if I recall correctly, so he's definitely gonna go bot. Clear his
So he did 3 topside camps into thingy. Now, is that his only option?
He could, I guess he could invade me if he's expecting me to just go straight to my camps without recalling because he's stronger. I'm lower HP and he's fresh off a reset.
And?
He has another option?
Well, no. He has money. He spent money.
Yeah.
Money in your bank?
Yeah.
Money in your bank is useless. Money in your bank don't mean shit, bro.
Yeah.
If you don't spend it, complete worthless. Right? Doesn't do anything for you. So one must spend money in League of Legends in order to get it. So with that in mind, you can go to your camps. But how many should you do before you play the game again?
I think only one, honestly, but I don't remember how many I did.
Okay. So let's identify you do 1 camp here. So you do 1 camp and buy Iron Spike Whip, and then what? What time will it be in game? You will finish, let's say you finish the Raptors at 3:30, right? It takes you a couple of seconds to walk around here. Let's say you take the cone, you jump on the Raptor, you do the Wolves in 20 seconds. Just to keep it simple, nice, this is like normal, even number, right? 3:30, you do the Wolf camp, you finish it, you channel recall, 3:38.
Yeah.
You are running out of the base at what time?
If I'm in base 3:38.
Like, you're in base 3:38. What time are you in the river? 4:05. You know, depends on what champ you play, how fast you are. Let's say 4:00 to keep it nice and simple. We like normal even numbers.
Yep.
Yeah. 4:00. I'm gonna show you why you should skip this camp, and I'm gonna help you explain why.
Okay.
Because if we just skip this camp and we base right now, we'll be in base at, right now you're in the bush, 313.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be out on the map. It takes us 20, like let's say 20, 25. That's 22 seconds, same as here, right? Just for the sake of the argument. We'll be out on the map, 335.
Yeah.
Now, why do you not need this camp?
Do you want me like to contest scene on this cattle? Like go back?
I want you like, to understand, like, why do you want this camp? Because you want Iron Spike Whip, yes?
Yeah.
But do you need it?
No. I'm already stronger.
Yeah. So why would you not enjoy having the option to fuck this guy over if he does something, rather than never having the option to?
Yeah, that's it.
Because if you're on the map at 4 minutes in the river, you will never really punish him, right? Because he will have taken the crab and then go back in his jungle, and then, well, fucking sucks, right?
Yeah.
If anything, you may have the opportunity to attack his raptors with Iron Spike Whip, but my argument is exactly this, is the fact that if he decides to skip a crab, and let's say he goes bot, right? So from his perspective, he just died, he respawns, he goes blue buff into crab, into bot gank.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
If you are out on the map at 335 at the same time, you will have the opportunity to have done, right? Because at this point, right, what I would do is I would just base by pickaxe, walk out, start my wolves, and boom. Now the trap has been set. What is the trap? Is the fact that I have a pickaxe, I have a pink ward, and I am stronger than him.
Yeah.
I will always win in the situation where this guy does anything bottom side.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he runs there and gets a double kill. In which case, it's like, well, fuck, right?
Yeah.
Blows. But I will be in a position to always make him suffer for this play.
Yeah.
Always. No matter what. He will suffer, or his mid will suffer, or his top laner will suffer.
Mm-hmm.
If you delay your the window where you will recall and be ready to 4 minutes, probably later than that, because we were generous here, right? Same thing here. You'll probably be ready to play the game at, like, realistically speaking, you'll be ready to play the game 340, 345, right? If you do wolves, you will be ready a little bit later.
Yeah.
But the point is if right here you base, like you do wolves, then you base and you start grump, or you start blue, then you will also be a little bit later, right? Again, timeline idea. Every camp you do, you are investing a resource somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Every little line you draw, it has a ripple effect. It affects the next few lines you draw, right? That's why I like to follow my little that's why I like to think of jungle in the timeline, because it's easy to look in the mimic, right? Because I'm fighting against someone. I'm playing against someone that's doing the same things I am. So whenever he makes a move here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to reiterate, right? So whenever I'm ready at 335 to do whatever I want. Now let's say I do wolves again, and I finish my wolves at, I have my pickaxe, so let's say it takes me 15 seconds. 350 I finish wolves.
Mm-hmm.
And 350 this guy is ganking bot. What can I do?
Well, you can go wolves, cattle, and then crags into his raptors.
Exactly, right? So because I know that from what he did, because I know that here he did red, and then this is Krogs, and then this is Raptors. Yeah. I know that when 350 he does something, because it's been 2 minutes, roughly, since he finished those camps. By the time I'm finished walking here after wolves, I will collect, and I will collect.
Yeah.
Right? If he comes to fight me there, what happens?
You fuck him up.
Yeah. Now, his laners can come and protect him.
Yeah.
So when a laner is in a position where he has to choose between defending a camp or playing his lane, you are also making him suffer.
Yeah.
So accepting that someone is like suffering to make sure that no camps are being lost, that is also a win.
Mm-hmm.
This is the idea. I know it's like a lot of numbers and shit.
No, but it's pretty clear, actually. It makes a lot of sense.
So that's why I want you to think, what do I need to be active? Right? Like, what do I need to be active? Like, what do I need to beat this guy?
Mm-hmm.
And once you have achieved that, we start calculating the odds of us needing to be somewhere because of one of two reasons. I am either going to earn a chunk of gold for being there, or I am standing, or my laners are standing to lose a lot of gold, right? Because that's one of the two reasons why one wants to make an action as a jungler, right?
Yeah.
Simple as that. This is how we derive all our decision making. Now, it is very complicated, and there's a shit ton of like little things that one has to be discussing and thinking about when doing this, right? So, for example, this bot lane, it is very hard for either bot lane to deny the other gold because they don't have the base damages, they don't have the CC, they don't have the tools to win and force an advantage onto their opponent. Even if Senna and Veigar sit underneath their tower, MF and Janna are realistically never going to push them out and like make them lose gold underneath their tower, correct?
Yeah.
Same thing the other way around. Yeah, Veigar might be throwing Qs, but the base damages are too low. Janna can shield half of them, MF dodges some of them. At the end of the day, it's going to take a while before Senna Veigar reliably is going to be fisting this lane, right? If at all. Probably never, right? Now, if this is Caitlyn Lux, suddenly this Veigar Senna lane is going to have a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Because Caitlyn Lux are going to push them in, they can't contest the push, and then they're going to spam their spells underneath the tower every time Veigar tries to farm with Q. Because his Q cooldown is very long, so he has to choose between do I farm with Q or do I farm with auto attacks. And every time he tries to farm with autos, Caitlyn Lux shoot him in the head, right?
Yeah.
So that's why that would be a lane where one has to make an action, correct?
Yeah.
Because you will have to come to make sure that your Caitlyn Lux don't get attacked. Because if Caitlyn Lux don't get attacked, what happens?
They just keep getting an advantage.
Exactly.
Keep pushing.
Winning.
Yeah.
Our gold graph goes up, and their gold graph is more like this, like it's a struggle,
Yeah.
It's going up, but it's a struggle. It's not going clearly up. So we must play around this lane. We must make timings to make sure that we are able to play freely in that lane. And then obviously the big bada bing is when you actually arrive and you match the enemy jungler's timing, but that's also on him. Right. So let's look at what you actually do. So you do Wolf Camp into stay on the map, right? So why is Wolf Camp into stay on the map potentially bad?
Well, because Xin is off of base, he has item advantage and I'm half HP.
Exactly. So let's say this Urgot doesn't show mid here and he's actually not a noob. What should Urgot do? You see him here, right?
Yeah.
What should Urgot do?
He can come fuck me up as well if he wants to.
Exactly. This guy can just say, you know what, fuck it. I don't even care what happens I don't even care what happens. Mid is done, like done deal. This guy just walks here, wards your Raptors. It gives Xin Zhao so much information to play the game.
Yeah.
Right? Because he knows whether you based. He knows whether you're doing the camp. He doesn't even need to fuck you up, by the way. He doesn't need to. He can literally just look at you do wolves, and then know whether or not he can gank bot, know whether he can gank mid, know whether he can contest the crab or not. He knows everything he needs to know.
Yeah.
For sure. Because the thing about vision is important. Why? Like, what is actually vision in StarCraft? What does vision do?
Well, you play accordingly. Like, your whole gameplay goes according to the information you have.
Exactly. Vision allows you to make a better decision.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you make the right one. It doesn't make you make the wrong one. It just allows you, it gives you the opportunity to make a more informed decision.
You don't have to guess anymore.
Exactly. You can make a better decision. You have the information.
Yeah.
Someone in my chat says vision is 100% accurate. Yes, that doesn't mean that you're accurate, right? So I don't like to say that when you have vision, you're always going to make the best play. It's just like it helps you make the best play. It just helps you. It allows you to make a better play. That is how I define that. All right. So we do wolves and then we end up ganking mid. Now why is this gank mid a bit shit?
Well, to be honest, I was going for Scattle and then I saw the guy flying in. So it was...
why is this gank mid shit?
Yeah, because once again, Xin is stronger than me.
So think about Xin Zhao's think about what Xin Zhao wants to do right now. What does he want to do more than anything?
He wants to fight because I didn't reset yet.
Yeah, when you're not reset, he wants to fight you more than anything.
Yeah. And
if you have reset, what does he want to do?
He wants to piss off.
He wants to not have you on your screen as much as possible.
Yeah.
So your play is bad here because you're accomplishing neither.
Yeah.
Right? You are not on his screen when you're stronger, and you're on his screen when you're weaker. So that's always going to be a bad play. It is on Xin Zhao not to cover this play, not on you to make a good play, because we know that Xin Zhao died at 3 minutes, right? Because we double killed him.
Yeah.
And we know that with home guards, he's going to be able to do one camp into crab into counter this gank mid, right? Because he just died already here, right? In fact, he died way earlier. He died at 2:56. He died. Look at his respawn timer, right? Up here. right? When is he going to have respawn? And again, like, knowing these numbers, it just helps you make a better decision as well, right? Because you have information. Right now, if this guy respawns with home guards, he walks to the wolf wall, W's over the wall, E's the wolves, finishes the wolves, runs into the crab. You know, he can even smite the wolves if he wants, because at this point, he has another smite, right?
Yeah.
Go to the crab, push the crab towards mid. You have no play here ever.
Yeah, yeah.
And from your perspective, even if this guy doesn't walk over this ward and show mid, and he's literally just doing wolves, gromp, blue right now, if you tunnel into this Aurelion Sol mid, you're giving him an opportunity to come back in the game.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing that says he's not doing this, right? He can just do wolves like this, realize, oh shit, mid is fighting, and then just go loop around. Because you know why this ward is dog shit? It doesn't show this path.
Yeah.
So Xin Zhao can just walk like this after wolves, right? He can W over the wall here, drag them to here, kite them over the wall, walk around like this. Boom, your Talia is dead the way she's playing. She doesn't realize it because she's obviously a Master GM player, so XD. But if she has no flash and she's doing this, she can die very easily to Xin Zhao right now. Xin Zhao has every incentive to be ganking. And in fact, if Aurelion Sol has no flash, which I don't know because I actually don't know what the fuck happened mid. I didn't.
He actually does, yeah.
Check.
He does.
Does he have flash? He kept flash and just died?
Yes.
Did Xin Zhao use flash or did he just die like a dog as well? Not flash.
I think he just died like a dog.
Unbelievable. No one. Oh, he flashed.
Oh, he flashed.
Even worse.
This guy has flash though, because I think he flashes in like a minute.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
I just need to look at your chat. The reason why I didn't tell is because I wasn't like I'm not used to your layout or sorry your UI, so I didn't realize your chat was actually there. But anyway, now that I see it, it's fine. But the point is, the fact that we know Xin Zhao has no flash means that us being extra available is going to be even more valuable. Because if he ever ganks anywhere right now, and you tunnel underneath his ass, he's always dead, assuming that you based and spent this gold. Make sense?
Makes sense.
This is why we prioritize tempo in this case.
I make a lot of tempo mistakes. You've
achieved the necessary point of which, like you've already achieved, like I'm stronger than my opponent, right? So what you want to do right now in League of Legends is you do not want to farm and get stronger. What for? Right? Like look at it like StarCraft, right? What's the point of having an army that wins? What's the point of having 200% of the guy's army if you win at 100%, 150% of units?
Yeah.
Why wait? There's no reason. If the threshold is I need 150% of the amount of units that he has, and I've reached that amount of units, I should just go and destroy him, you know?
Yeah.
The sooner I destroy him, the less counterplay he has. The fewer decisions he can make, and the fewer mistakes I can make to finish him.
Yeah.
And keep this in mind, the difference between you not basing and not basing here is even worse, because right now, if you base, you would be at 200% strength. If you don't base, you're at 0%. You're not even functional. You are absolutely not functional right now. That is why this is a bad tempo error. So that's how I want you to look at League. I want you to look at League as, what do I need to progress the game? How can I proactively push my game plan onto the opponent and make them play around me? Make them make decisions that are not good for them, like that are not optimal for them, right? Because again, you attacking this guy's Raptor camp and him fighting there is not optimal for him. Why? You are supposed to beat him.
Yeah.
So can it happen that you walk here and you get outplayed and you guys get shit on? Yes. But it is in your favor. It is your play. You're supposed to be winning.
It's a high percentage play.
Yeah, exactly. The odds is in your favor. You actually don't even get the Iron Spike whip. You go for the axe. I see. Usually people prioritize the whip, but I don't mind. I don't really care.
Yeah, I saw a couple of people get this.
Sure, I don't mind. Attack speed is good on this champ. I think the Iron Spike whip active is really good too, though. So.
Yeah. I'm actually, I have no idea. I don't play Rek'Sai that much. I have like 17 games on Rek'Sai.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I think it's fine. So here, you trap this guy, you wait for him in his camp, and you give him some hell, right?
Yeah.
So here is just a small thing. Whenever he uses his spells, you can just unload on him already. The faster you go, the better, right? Because right now,
yeah, I was kind of waiting to see whether the other people were as well, if I remember correctly. I was a little bit scared because I saw no one on the map.
So the thing is right now, what is the most logical thing that their bot lane did after they pushed out? They killed MF, they pushed out. What is the most logical thing they do?
They reset.
Yeah, so the way I'm going to define this is used, like I call this a sphere of influence, okay? It's a bit of a cringe term, but the idea is basically as soon as a champion goes in Fog of War, there's a little circle that spawns around them that gets bigger and bigger, but the amount of time that they've gone missing. Same thing in StarCraft, right? If you see the guy scout here, and the scout has X amount of movement speed, after 30 seconds of not seeing a scout, technically he could be anywhere within the range of where he could have walked, right?
Yeah.
You don't know exactly where he is, so he could be anywhere in that circle. So the longer you wait in fog here, the higher the odds is that someone will be near you.
Yeah.
Because the places they can be will have gotten bigger.
Okay.
So if you go really fast and like snap attack here, right? Because if you actually look at when they go in Fog of War here, you need to count 8 seconds always, right? Because the circle starts spawning when they go fog. And then after 8 seconds, it starts spawning from their nexus.
Yeah.
So that's why in League, you can start, after 30 seconds, you could almost be on either side of the map. And you could be you could be over like 60% of the map on both sides. That's why Fog of War, like being in fog for 45 seconds a minute, you could be literally anywhere. Hard to make a good decision against the jungler that is missing for that long.
Yeah.
So my point is here, the faster you can jump this guy and own him, the better. And because he's already used the spells to hit this Gromp, I want you to just attack this Gromp and take the small win. Do you need to kill this guy to be in a better position this game?
No.
So take the small win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because right now, we know that these guys will be coming back to bot, right? So what is what do they lose by taking this path? Nothing.
Yeah, no much, yeah, nothing.
And we're not even considering the fact that this guy's just finished pushing the wave. So he's just going to come and give you hell as well, right?
Yeah.
So here, if you can take this guy's Gromp and just take his Gromp and chunk him and then run away, you're doing God's work.
Yeah, makes sense.
Here, you're going for a big win. When? Do you need a big win right now?
Not really.
Right? Because again, Aurelion Sol path top here, right? Does he have any incentive to be doing this?
Aurelion Sol? No. Yeah, no. I don't know what he's doing.
In fact, he's taking a risk. You know, if you are doing blue right now and you tunnel underneath his ass and you catch him, he's going to lose a lot of his HP.
Yeah.
In fact, when Xin Zhao gangs bot like this, I stand to make the argument, right? Because what did he do?
He went mid. I went for this.
He died mid, ran bot side, did one camp, into crab, into mid again. Oh, so mid into crab. I don't know if he's doing crab right now or if he's doing mid again. Again, if you don't press tab, I can't know. You know, right now you didn't press tab, right? You didn't press tab in this entire sequence. So if I go back to when you saw Xin, you never pressed tab for me, so I can't know what he did. I don't know. I can assume, and I'm assuming right now, but if you don't press tab, you do not give me the guarantee. Right now, boom, the second he shows, I want you tab once. You can just tab once, right? Just tab, investigate. As you're walking to this crab, investigate. Right now, I want you to be looking at that CS number, right? What did he do? Sometimes you'll see this guy show up with 12 CS and be like, what the fuck? Anyway, why is it important? Okay, I'll show you. Because right now, we go. He shows bot again right here. Why is it important that we press tab?
Because I could
if he
just
showed
go
mid with
top.
16,
yeah.
Exactly. You knew your Raptors into his Raptors.
Yeah. No shot he took those.
It's impossible, literally. Like, it is not possible if he shows with bot lane 20 CS right now that he did Raptors.
Yeah.
It's not possible. That's why it is important to keep track with his CS number and where he is. And again, why I use it. Like, I have a little timeline in the back of my mind, right? Oh, he showed up. Like, so here, like I said, the information I'm getting is like, right here, last time I saw him, 411. 411, he has 17 CS. That means he didn't do crab yet. He has 20 CS right now. That means he did crab, right? Like, actually, right here, he might actually only be 16 CS because he didn't even do a camp here. I think he skipped wolves. I think they're up right now. Yeah, they're up because it's...
Yeah, they're up. Yeah.
All 4 of these camps are up. All 3. Actually, right now, I actually don't know if Janna's warding was proper, so I can see the camp or not. I can't see. Because she didn't properly ward over the wall. You can properly ward here and actually see it. So she can scout with her face, check blue, and then ward Gromp, and then sweep this, and then I would know everything. So technically, he could have done Gromp into bot river, and I wouldn't have known, right? He had that time.
Yeah.
So that's why I need the CS right now, because if the number says 20, that means he did Gromp into crab.
Yeah.
So because he did Gromp into crab in 411, I saw him go missing. When he shows bot lane now at 429, he literally ran it down straight into bot and just killed your bot lane. I mean, it's 1-for-1, right? So if your bot lane sends it 1-for-1, amen, right? Fuck it. Anyway, he shows again, 427. It stands to reason that he did not one-shot blue in TP here. So, in other words, he still has 20 CS, which means this camp is up, this camp is up, this camp is either respawning very soon or up already, and this camp is up or respawning very soon, correct?
Yeah.
Boom. What are you doing?
Well, I think the best play without taking a risk is going top, because it doesn't involve me fighting him. Even though I could fuck him up, Aurelion Sol could always come. So I think maybe going top, taking Krugs, Raptors, and then taking my top side, and then going bot, level 5, first Drake fight. Maybe that would be the best option.
So here, this is where the game gets fun, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect. You explained to me the two differences. One is the safe gold generation, and one is I fuck him up.
Yeah.
First thing to consider is Aurelion Sol has the move because my Atalaya is basing.
Yeah.
First thing to consider when an enemy can move on you, is he a threat? Like, Aurelion Sol can move, but can he actually do something to me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you tell me, right? You tell me, nah, this guy can't do shit. I will just play it, right? What I will do is, I will fuck up Xin Zhao. Aurelion Sol will have to come and W into my face over the wall, because otherwise I'll solo kill Xin, and then I'll just tunnel away and he can do nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Boom. Is Aurelion Sol a threat this game? No, we've just established that. Through knowledge of the champions, right? Aurelion Sol is not a threat. What else can happen? We can get collapsed on by enemy bot lane.
Yeah.
Right? Are they a threat? Yeah. Veigar's a threat. If he cages me, I'm stuck. I die.
Yeah.
So I need to attack this guy before Veigar gets there. Because once Veigar gets there, I have nothing to profit. I will just die. Really said that simple. So, next step. We've established that this can be a good invade, because we just need to avoid Veigar. Everyone else, we don't really give a shit, right? Like, realistically speaking, if we're not trolling, then Senna shouldn't be an issue either, because, Senna. But, again, if we get hit by Senna W, we'll also die. So, we've established that we can invade. It's an option. It's not a bad option. Now, what is the next thing we consider? Right here, bro. Is this our highest percentage play over the next few minutes to beat this guy? If we are level 4, and this guy has one longsword and we have a hearthbound axe.
Yeah.
What percentage of odds? Like, how do you feel about a fight right now? Do you feel like this fight is so good that you must take it right now? Or if you just go and take more resources, are you still going to be happy later?
I will. I can take more resources and still be more ahead, even if he resets first, because no shot he can take the same gold as me in terms of items in the next minute or so, right?
Well, the thing is, I want to talk about right now. So he got a kill right now, and let's say you do your Raptors, and he's basing right now after this play, he pushes out bot, and then he spends his gold and sprints to his Raptors.
Okay,
right?
Yeah.
In this case, you're still going to steal them because he doesn't make it there, right?
Yeah.
But let's talk about a scenario where he can make it and defend it, right? Two differences. One is, how badly do we want to fight him before he recalls, and how badly do you want to fight him after he recalls?
Well, I want to fight him before he recalls.
Yeah, but I want you to like have an actual estimation of like how important is it.
Well, right now, if we have a fight, it's 100% guaranteed win for me, so it's very important.
I know that.
Yeah.
But is that does that define your game? Do you need to fight him right now to have a good game, or not? You know what I mean? Like, I know that you beat him.
Yeah.
But will you have a good game if you just steal his camps and chill?
Yeah. I guess so.
Right? So right now, you have the option. You have the option to chill and farm more, because you will outscale him. You will beat him 1v1 anyway. And you will have the option to attack him right here. So what will define the decision we make?
The risk it involves?
Not only, but everyone else's game plan. Right? So, right now, you creating this action, if you have fucking, I don't fucking know, your bot lane is Draven fucking Leona.
Yeah.
Or are you making this action when your bot lane is fucking Zeruyumi? Big difference, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You need to consider what your teammates want to accomplish. Because if you go here and make a play, it's a percentage play, right? Let's say 100% of the time you will steal enemy jungler's Gromp and run away. That would be good, right?
Yeah.
I agree. That would be very good. Now, let's say you play to kill this guy, and you will kill him 50% of the time. And as you're trying to kill him, there's also a world where you die to him. So it's a 50-50 chance to kill him, and 50-50 chance to get killed by his laners, because you don't know exactly where they are.
Yeah.
Maybe Veigar TPs on the bot tower and you didn't calculate for that, and he just walks up behind you and cages you and you die totally and Solent Veigar collapsing on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can take this option willingly and say, if I force Veigar to flash on my head and chunk Xin Zhao, so I chunk Xin Zhao when I open on him, Veigar flashes on my head and kills me, but it is worth it because when Veigar has no flash, he cannot breathe bot lane against my Draven Leona.
Mm-hmm.
I will just chain gank him and I will fist him. Because the action and the imbalance you're creating when you're making a move is greater than not making a move and continuing to scale.
Yeah.
Because the faster, like the sooner you can blow summoner spells, the harder the game is. So let's say that Veigar can lane comfortably against Draven, right? We're talking in a situation where our bot lane is very strong, from 1:30 until 14 minutes. He does not need help. He's fine. He's chilling. Except for when he has no flash. So when you create that no flash situation, you're creating a it's for like 12 seconds or something. If he has Cosmic, which you usually should play. You create a window of 4 minutes and 12 seconds where Veigar suddenly can struggle.
Yeah.
How many minion waves is this? 8.
Mm-hmm.
You've created 8 minion waves with time to make an opportunity on someone that wants to scale. And that is from running here and dying.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, if you just run it down and die and you don't get his flash, it's pretty bad, right? But I'm just saying, like, that idea of creating that opportunity might be what your laner needs to crack open the game.
Mm-hmm.
What you need to crack open the game is you'd rather have an imbalance where you can attack the enemy laners and die once for that than to have no imbalances at all and have a 500 gold lead.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in your case, it's like you got 600 gold lead, right? You got a kill. Actually, I don't know if Zin got the kill. Let me check if Zin got the kill. Let's go back. Again, pressing tab is good because then I know if Zin got the kill or not. Zin got the kill. Boom. So you have a 300 gold. You have a 300 gold lead plus a camp lead, right? Because he's been ganking and you've been farming camps, right? So let's say we have a 500 gold lead.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we can extend this gold lead to 700 because we can take 2 of his camps because he's trolling and not defending his top camps. Yeah, we do raptors into golems.
Yeah.
Right. So we have a 700 gold lead. So my argument is when you invade here, one needs to consider how aggressive one plays. Do I play for the Gromp, yoink and run? Because you can yoink this guy's Gromp, chunk him, and then fucking run to his Raptors and his Golems and take both anyway. No, this guy's pissed, you know? Like, he's fucked. You do this, and this guy wants to ult it 4. I'm just saying. I would laugh my ass off. If I see this shit, I would think to myself, holy fuck, this Rek'Sai is goated. You know, best player on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
So my point is in the amount of pressure one is going to put on the enemy player here depends on your game plan and how much gold you feel like you need to carry this game.
Yeah.
And whether or not you're aligning with what your laners are doing or not. So this game, our scaling is good. Agreed? We have Malphite, Talia, MF, Janna, right? Enchanter support will outscale Senna, right? But if we are strong, right? If MF and you are strong, Janna will outscale Senna. Not in the sense of like late game, but in the mid game, right? So at items 1 to 2, Janna will be greater than Senna, assuming, right, that Rek'Sai and MF are greater than. Oh, I'm sorry, this is looking a bit you know, some weird fucking. You get the idea. Greater than Zin and Veigar, right? So if you are greater than Zin and Veigar, Janna's value will be greater than Senna's. Now, if you are weaker, Janna's value plummets with you.
Yeah.
That is the nature of an enchanter. So you maintaining a 700 gold lead going into the mid game is good for your bot lane. Because your bot lane will have more value than their bot lane, assuming that we have a gold lead on you and ideally also on MF. But even if MF doesn't, it's fine. Your advantage will translate into value because Janna will increase this value naturally. Because if you can tunnel underneath Rek'Sai and survive Veigar's counter engage because you're fed and you have more gold, you will be stronger.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That you can reach a breakpoint like that. I need to ban someone in my chat. Sorry. 12-hour timeout. Shut up. Can we proceed with the gameplay? I'm explaining the actual hardest part of jungling, okay? This is really fucking hard. This shit is the difference between someone that's insanely good at jungle and someone that cannot jungle well. The mechanics and shit, like, anyone can tell you misplayed the mechanical situation or not. This shit is fucking hard. Because people, even if you know the formulas and shit, you still need to make the right decisions and do the right thing in game. It's very hard. So my point is the extent of which camp you attack how you attack the camp, what you take, what you don't take, will be defined, but what your game plan is and what your laners need to do. So if you say the 700 gold lead you can get is enough to go into mid game and win, that should reflect in your decision making. I should be seeing you take this Gromp and run.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when you try to attack him and kill him instead of taking the Gromp, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you are attacking blue instead, which gives time for good players to come and defend their jungler, right? Because good players will make sure Xin Zhao is safe here.
Yeah.
Right? This Veigar and this Senna especially. Veigar, 80 carries, like I give them, like I'm lenient with them because they're lazy as fuck. But supports will always path like this. Always. Mm-hmm. They have no incentive not to.
Yeah.
So when you attack this blue, you could have Senna come behind you with Aurelion Sol. In fact, the reason why I said that Aurelion Sol going topside is dog shit is because when Xin Zhao makes this play around bottom side, it is your prerogative to take these camps.
Yeah,
so he's literally running into you. He wants to die to you.
Yeah.
He's begging for you, please kill me, right? In a normal world. Like right now, this Aurelion Sol pushing next wave and hovering topside, he's asking to die to you. Because it is your most natural play when Xin Zhao makes those 3 topside camps into plays bottom side, and he stays bottom side for literally 2 minutes, right? Because he respawned, walked into bot side, he arrived bot side 3:15. He's still bottom side at fucking 5 minutes. The guy's been bottom side for 5 fucking minutes. It is the most natural play in the world for you to take both his camps topside.
Yeah.
So this Aurelion Sol is dog shit, right? Well, mm-hmm. I mean, maybe he's like snoozing at the wheel. Maybe he's just playing League for fun. But the point is like not very good at the game, yeah?
Yeah.
Agreed. But again, now your turn again. I've been talking for a long time. But what I'm saying is you deciding to steal this Gromp or attack him on the blue is a big difference. Because it tells me how comfortable you are with scaling or how uncomfortable you are at scaling, or it tells me that you didn't think about it, which is fine. I'm just saying, right? I can tell how desperate you are based on whether or not you try to take this Gromp and run or you try to kill me here.
Yeah.
And that will help me enter your mindset and help me crack your decision making. Because if you're desperate enough to try and kill me here on blue buff, then you are probably going to continue to try and kill me. And I'm going to start changing my path and try to avoid, like, know that you're going to waste your time trying to attack me. Because I can outsmart you. I can skip my bot side camps and just go here. Right? So
yeah.
Keep that in mind. Like, really good players will try to attack your mental state, right? So they will understand your mental state and how risky you're playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, a very good angle here is just to tunnel underneath this guy, knock him up, and then you can always outsmite him because you have him in the air, you outsmite him, and then you can use an auto attack on the Gromp and still shit on him because you have this shit and he has a longsword, right? Now keep in mind, you still haven't clicked on him or pressed tab, so you actually don't know how strong he is. We can assume how strong he is, but still. Anyway, we end up taking the blue, right? Like I said, the Senna could technically have done this. In fact, she's here in lane, right? So if she's here in lane trapping MF, there's nothing stopping her from being behind you here, being behind you here. You get the idea, right? Sorry, on the map I'll show you so it's easier. She could have been behind you in Pixel, could be behind you here. If Veigar has TP and he base TP'd, which you didn't check for, you didn't check the tower. I don't know if he has TP, I assume he does. He also could have been behind you.
Yeah.
And again, as you're invading here, you should be looking at this bot tier 1. Is he TPing, yes or no? And all of these small things will help you make the optimal decision. Now, I'm using this as an example because basically what I want you to do is I want to break down like the effective thought process that I want you to follow to really crack and climb the ladder like crazy, because that's going to help you get really fucking good at this game, which is basically one wants to attack far more or fight right now, right? This is the first decision you must make. This is based on your comp and their comp and experience. If one wants to fight, one needs to make the decision, how hard do I fight? Do I fight here in an outnumbered situation because I want to kill him really badly? Or do I fight him for one small win? Right? And there you go. That's the decision-making process. The rest is, semantics, like I said, right? It's how hard do your charm scale, how hard do their charm scale. Like right now, if you feel desperate to need to fight this game, you can tell your Malphite, I don't give a fuck about your top wave. If you walk in here with me right now, Malphite, and Talia, you push mid here and you're ready to ult, and I walk into this guy's red, because he still has, actually he has flash like right about now. I walk in and I take his respawning red, and I take whatever is left, right? Because again, you could even, if you're really keen, you could even, based on his CS, know whether or not golems are up, right?
Yeah.
But the point is if you feel like you attacking this guy's red right now is pivotal to your game, because at level 6 you start losing the game, you can scream at your laners to come and help you. Now, obviously, If they say, nah, fuck you, then you're probably going to grief the game, right?
Yeah.
But the idea is that you are finding the middle ground between being the strongest yourself and picking fights when it suits you the best, and of course, playing around the fact that your teammates are, having their own game plan. So you want to balance your own game plan and what your teammates want to do. That's the idea. That's the skill in jungling. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. I'm sorry it was such a long session of talking.
No worries. I like it.
But I really wanted to, because I have never done this in a session with anyone. So that is fundamentally why I think I was very good at jungling. Now, again, you hit level 6 here, right? You know, if you were keen, you saw him do crab, right?
Yeah.
So if you had press tab, and I saw right here, I mean, I don't know where the fuck your tab key would be, but if you saw the scoreboard here, right, I had a little scoreboard action, and this number would say, I don't fucking know, you have 48, let's say it says 36, right?
Mm-hmm.
1 sec. Technically 37, right? Because he's cleared the ward, I saw that, so maybe he has more or less. He farms some creeps anyway. Like, that's why it's important to track every single little CS he takes, because this guy could be, he could be faking 1 extra camp because he took 1 ward and then 3 melee CS, right? Or 3 CS from a lane. So now suddenly, I think he did 1 more camp than he actually did, because I didn't track the CS all the way from start to finish. 1 second. My girlfriend needs something.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah. What? Oh, yeah, medium. Yeah. Yeah, sure. She needs me to open a jar, XD. It's like, my hands are sweaty. Okay, good thing I have the tool right here for no reason at all. All right. My wrists are too important, guys. I do not open jars with my hands. I use a tool for it. It's a bit cringe, but...
No, it's based.
You know how it is. Yep. There's no need to break my wrists on jars. All right. Good. So that's why I want you to have this habit of actually checking with tab, right? Because the number this says here, whatever Jin Zhao is, the number this says will define whether these camps are up or not. You will have the ability to assess whether they're up or not. And if you know they're up, right now, you know they're up, what can you do?
I'm level 6, is level 5. I have item advantage. I can just go and take them.
Beautiful. So that's option number 1. You say I can go take them, right? So that's option number 1, invade.
Yeah.
Option number 2, we have multiple options.
Yeah, take Drake. Nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, right? Drake. Well, the thing is like Drake.
MF is
and
back
assuming we are equal numbers, right? Assuming people move, and we are
Yeah.
equal numbers, we will win, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, if MF base is here, suddenly starting this Drake is risky, right?
Yeah.
And option number 3,
Just take my camps.
take camps. What is option number 4?
Take camps and go Herald.
Okay, option number 5.
Go straight Herald.
Yeah, there you go. I know it's a nice list, but the thing is, I want you to acknowledge that all of these are valid options.
Yeah.
And actually, right now, going straight Herald is not bad at all. Because what you can do here is you can do Herald and push it towards Malphite's lane, and if Urgot touches neutral, you can just literally just walk like this and tunnel behind him and just kill him. Or like, make him suffer, right? That's why I want you to acknowledge that even going Herald straight here is not bad. Because if you go Herald straight here, and he needs both of these camps to hit level 6, which you can again know if you check the CS, because you can have a general idea, right? Like, the best players will have a really good notion of, like, a really, really good notion of how much XP someone has in the game. Like, you'll feel it, you know? Like, obviously, like, the master there, like, I do it based on feeling. But the point is, if you know that he can do Wolves and hit level 6, suddenly rushing Herald might not be that good, because this guy can collapse and this guy can start moving, and then suddenly you'll have a fight here. And again, the question then is, do I like that? Do I like a situation where I force a fight right now? Am I happier with that than just, I'm chilling, my myth wants to base, I take my Raptors, I take my red, Malphite wards the Herald for me. If Xin Zhao starts, I will go and give him hell. Or if Xin Zhao starts, I will just trade the Drake, and then my myth will come back on the next wave, and on wave on 805, she will walk out of base on wave 805. And right now, again, and here I'm gonna hit you with why I want you to talk in minion waves. I want you to look at the game through minion waves, is because this is when you just evolve into, like, this is when you can evolve and truly understand the game and truly understand how to think ahead as a jungler. Is 805, the wave that spawns 805 MF will be available to make a play, correct?
Yeah.
Talia, if she bases right now, 805 she will be available to make a play, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, why is it bad for Talia to stay?
Because she's low on mana, low on HP.
Well, that's the first reason, but why is it extra bad?
Because if she backs, she's available for next wave to make a play.
805 should be available. So if she's unavailable for 805, then Malphite, which right now is available to play on 805, right? 805, right? Sorry, this next wave, right? 805, Malphite is available. In fact, Malphite is available 735. Fun fact. Right now, this wave is 735, yes?
Yeah.
This is the wave. 735, this wave spawned. It takes 25 seconds, 20 seconds for the wave to come to the lane. That's why we talk the wave that spawned, okay? So 735, Malphite is available. 805, Malphite is available. MF is not available at 735 because she needs to base. She wants to spend her gold or has no mana. Like I'm not assuming, I'm not judging whether or not it's the right or wrong decision. I'm just saying, like, raw based on what I'm seeing in your minimap, yes?
Yeah.
Not available. Available. And then Talia, 735, not available. And if he doesn't base, 805, not available. And that is why it's a bad play, because now you as the jungler, which you are, by the way, at level 6 right now, you are 730, like once you hit 6, this was on the 735 wave, you hit 6, right? Sorry, you hit 6 as the 735 spawned, right? So 735, you're available. 805, you're available. So that is kind of how I look at this, look at the game, okay? This is how I look at the game. Who is available and who's not? Who can I play on? Who can I make a play with? You know, like, who has the tempo? Who can I go to and enjoy something with, right? Where right now, I'm looking at this map and I'm just like, well, I can make a play on both sides, but I can't include my mid laner, which sucks. The first I need to think, is Aurelion Sol going to counter my play, yes or no? Does he want to do that? The answer might be no. A lot of mid laners, like Aurelion Sol and Nazir, they are not good at moving and stopping your play. So you can make a play even though your mid laner is not available and they aren't available. Yep. Anyway, nuance. But the point is, if you can identify this, you can make the best decision. Because now the rest is math, right? The rest is math. Where can I go and how much gold is it giving me? How much gold is the Hextech Drake giving me? We agreed 1500 is the number, right? Roughly in terms of stats of ability, haste, and attack speed across all players. How much gold is Rift Herald giving you on average? I use the average of 2 plates for a Herald, plus 300 gold. So it is 3. I use the average of 650. Because again, if it is better, it is great, but this is the bare minimum I will get. Okay?
Yeah.
So again, knowing this, that everyone except Talia is available, you can choose whether you value this more or you value playing for this more. The timing of which you will play for this dragon will be when?
What do you mean when we have Fryo? Or like what do you mean?
Exactly, right? Yeah. When you have Prao. The timing matters. You starting the Drake right now on the 735 wave, because this is the 735 wave, is bad because MF is not available. So you starting Drake straight is not good because you are down 2 players. Because MF is not available on this wave and Talia is not available on this wave, remember?
Yeah.
So what do you need to do in order to secure this Drake?
I need to wait for my members to recall and come back.
And how do you do that efficiently?
I clear my camps and then go into Drake again.
Beautiful. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Right? So again, I'm breaking down every little component of the decision making. The more you can add to your decision making, the better. What did you want to ask?
So here I'm thinking, like in terms of, is it worth more to get Herald or Drake? Like gold aside, I think here since I was bot, we can agree that if I get Drake, and we know he's bot, I'm denying him the objective. I'm getting the objective, and I'm denying him one, right? Can I look at it in that way, in that perspective as well?
Basically,
like if I run Herald, there is a chance he sneaks in Drake, or I don't know, something happens. But if I deny him the objective and I get the objective myself and then run to Herald, that's 2 plays secured, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, yeah.
That's how I see it as well. So, fun fact, I consider this to be a camp.
Okay.
So if he takes 2 camps and you take Drake in the same time, he took +1 camp and you got +1 Drake.
Yeah.
Right? So he only got +1 camp on you because the Drake itself is a camp. It gives gold and experience. It only gives 25 gold, but it actually gives a nice chunk of XP. So it's like, it evens out. And of course, the fact that it gives you a nice juicy boof, which is usually nice.
Yeah.
Usually that makes up the difference. So I count this as 1 camp for you. Same with Herald. I count it as a camp. In fact, it's actually quite a fat camp.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
It's not better than 3 camps, but I'd say it's like 2 camps on average. Maybe it's 3. Depends on your champ. Depends on like how much gold XP matters. Whatever. But yeah, I would say that if you do this boom and then into this, and this is the beauty of League, right? As you're doing Drake here, you can even stop doing Drake and just walk over here and just go piss on his cornflakes.
Yeah.
Because if you, in this particular instance, kept track of his camps and you saw him here, and we know that he's entering his top side, right? And again, if you were actively tracking him and you were pressing tab and checking his camps, because right now I'm assuming that after you chunked this guy, he based, right? Because again, are we going to assume that Xin Zhao runs all the way around here and does wolves?
No, I think he's gonna base.
That would be fucking weird, right?
Yeah.
So you have option to invade him on his wolves, but let's not talk about that. But anyway, let's talk about the fact that he's going to base. He's going to base and do what?
He's gonna base it on top.
I mean, trap. He's going to base, and I have no fucking idea what he's going to do. Because honestly, I don't even think it's that bad for him to do this, into top, right? He can reverse the clear if he doesn't think that going bot is good. Yeah. Now, logically speaking, Urgot Malphite, like, he has no incentive to go top, right? So, logically speaking, he'll go top. I agree with you. I'm just saying that technically he could reverse his clear here if there is incentive for him to be top. He could reverse his clear and do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then attack top, right?
Yeah.
But there's no incentive for him to do that, so he goes here, boom. He goes here, boom. And he goes here, boom. Or he might even go top grab, which is exactly what he does. And guess what? You found him.
Yeah.
Now I'm fast forwarding here. And right now we did our bot camps into Drake, yes?
Yep. No, we just straight up Drake.
Yeah, no, but let's say we did that, right?
Oh, okay.
So let's say you did these camps into Drake, and Malphite spots this guy starting Herald. What can you do? Why is it okay for you to drop Drake? In the case that you did these camps first, it is okay to do Drake, to stop Drake, because you can go here, push him out, take the Herald from his face, and then still attack him on his camps.
Yeah.
That's why it would be really good. Now, normally you wouldn't do that. Normally you just trade the objectives and then you can go and attack him if you want. But the point is, like, I think you starting Drake here is totally fine. If you're just saying, well, this guy is not going to hit 6 here, or even if he hits 6, I'm just too strong, so I'll shit on him anyway.
Yeah.
So even though, like, my Talia is not in perfect condition, I'm still happy to fight under these conditions. The only thing that can happen here that is dangerous, and this can happen in some specific scenarios. Oh, also, Malphite is moving, so this is very good to start. Don't misunderstand. This is a really good start. This is a really good start because Malphite is coming. Like I said, right? Malphite actually included himself in the dragon play. So even though Talia is technically not really available, Malphite is available, and that means that even if Aurelion Sol is stronger than Talia, it doesn't matter because you're outnumbering 4v5, right? Or 4v4. You're a 4v4 right now. Worst case scenario, you're 4v4 because these guys can just say, fuck this wave, and come and fight. They can catch whatever this wave is and say, fuck this wave. Whatever is left of this wave, they catch and they come and fight because this Drake still needs to die, right? Just because you started Drake doesn't mean it disappear. You don't use a laser gun, you know? You don't ray gun this shit. You're not playing Call of Duty. Can't one-shot the Drake. So they have time to catch this wave and then still come and attack you.
Yeah.
Very nice. You do the Drake, and then here, like, again, like, when you base, how you base, and again, like, right now, is this gank bot, is this action you're taking at the bottom side more lucrative than doing Raptors into Herald?
No.
You tell me, bro. You tell me. You know,
yeah.
Again, if you feel like you need to fight this guy right now in order to have a good game, and you should be 3v3ing right now, what you're doing is good. Is it good this game? Absolutely fucking not. This shit is useless. What you're doing here, complete waste of time.
Yeah.
If your bot lane manages to die to Xin Zhao here, you should give them a gold medal for acting, because holy fuck, what a win trader. You know, like, they deserve an Oscar for how.
You know,
I
think I even die here actually. If I remember really correctly. Yeah.
Because the thing is here, she uses both her sums.
Yeah.
Right. So we got chunked, used our flash, used our cleanse, used our ult. How much damage did we do?
Not much.
Oh, well, a chunk. Is this chunk greater than all the tools we just used in the 3v3?
Nope.
Therefore,
I piss off.
One of two options.
Yeah.
Piss off. 2. What's the other option?
I can go take these camps and then head out, or the other way around.
Okay, that's the third option. I like it.
Or I can take my own camp. Or invade.
You're always doing that. You're always taking your own camps. Right? You're always going to do Raptors here, right? Now, what is your third option? You're forgetting something.
Am I?
Yeah, defend. If this guy just fucked up so bad that he's about to lose like half his fucking tower in like 3 waves, probably you just want to go defend him, yeah? Do Raptors and just sit behind him, right? So keep that in mind. That's a valid option. Defending your lane is a valid option. All right. I think we've talked theory enough, so I'm just going to fast forward through this game. You can queue up.
Okay.
Theory is finished. You get the idea. We'll be running through all the examples and stuff more. So you actually went bot and died. Yeah, that blows. And then you respawn and walk top.
Yeah.
And again. And now the game starts becoming chaos. You don't know what happened anymore. You don't know what Xin is doing. Boom, you spot him. Insta tab. How much CS did he have from last time I checked? What did he do? Did he do 4 camps, 3 camps, 2 camps, 1 camp? What did he do? Right? I love that you press tab and see that he has Shojin. That's also a big deal, right? You know that he's strong. So here we're going to get the Herald. But again, this is not a timing. Like, this is a timing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is a reactionary timing. Like, for me, like, this is not clear to me, like, how strong you felt, whether you're walking into the river because you're bored or whether you want to fight. You know what I mean? Like, right now, as you're walking into the river, I want to know if you're walking into this river, because you're stronger than him, right? I'm stronger. I want to fight. 2, he has no flash and I want to kill him, right?
Yeah.
Invade, maybe, you know, invade/start neutral, right? Like, this is what I want to see, right? So here, if you feel stronger than him because you have Malphite move and you think you can take this.
Yeah. I moved here, I'm pretty sure, because we have top prio and mid prio, but I don't exactly remember what I was thinking.
And here is where the game gets hard, right? So in this case, like, don't get me wrong, I don't want you to overthink neutral starts too much because you feel it pretty easily. But let's say the Zerg got smart at the game and he realizes that the gold he's losing top right now. Wait, how much is it? 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, well, I don't know if it's cannon wave or not. I'm gonna go back and check because I'm semantic like that. So I can actually go check here if it's cannon wave. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not. It's 100 gold. Okay, it's 100 gold. This guy can look top right now and see he loses 100 gold. Correct?
Yeah.
This guy can see, Urgot can say, this 100 gold, I don't give a fuck. This Herald is minimum 650, if not more, right? Xin Zhao has Spear of Shojin right now. You don't have your item, which they probably know because you walked into the river, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they, like, Xin Zhao was here first, so it stands to reason he might have a pink here, right? Whether he does or not, I don't know. But the point is, it stands to reason that he might. The point is, if they get information on you in any capacity and realize that Xin Zhao right now is on mythic item, basically the equivalent of, like, one item, and you are components.
Mm-hmm.
It takes no genius to realize that Malphite has no ult right now, because again, they can know that if they time properly. If they have a general game sense, right, they should know Malphite has no ult. That right now, Urgot, Xin Zhao, and Aurelion Sol fucking sending it and fighting to the death here is good for them.
Yep, they would fuck us up.
That's why one wants to consider everything. So whilst you have top prio here, again, if you know that you have top prio and you leverage that, I'm fine with that, start it. But you should be dragging it out because you know that their best play is to actually walk in and give you hell.
Yeah, that's true.
But if you drag it here, you can say, oh, well, sucks to be me. Well, I'm just going to go back off. And then meanwhile, this guy's bleeding gold for nothing because you reset the Herald and made it harder for them and you were ready to leave, this guy's just bleeding gold for nothing and you can still posture for a contest. Because again, I don't think you necessarily get smashed or not smashed. It depends on whether or not Talia hits a good W or not. But the point is here, the Urgot and Xin Zhao, if they bulldozed in and fought you here and Aurelion Sol moved first, like, it's a small difference. Aurelion Sol or Talia moving first, it's that small of a difference that might throw you a game here and get double killed into lose Herald, or the other way around. Yeah. Like, it's that small of a difference, even though this game should have been piss fucking free, right?
Yeah.
Because you died bot and you had no tempo and suddenly he got shutdowns and he's stronger than you. It's all these small things, yeah? So keep that in mind. That's why jungling is so fucking complicated, right? Like, I think jungling, I always say jungling is easy, but it's like, I think it just comes easy to me because I spent a lot of fucking time theory crafting about the game and like what jungle should and shouldn't be doing, and I have really good ideas about this. But I think at the end of the day, when you are at this level and you are thinking about everything, it is pretty fucking hard to be really good at jungle. We didn't get the local gold, which sucks, right? But still, we got the 650 we talked about. We got 2 plates. Technically, we could have gotten more, but we got pushed out, so that's fine. I like that you're just going for the escape here. Very nicely done. You grab your stride breaker. We go out on top side of the map. We kind of dragged Xin Zhao around. Still got a lot of gold. Spent our money. Again, as soon as you get in game, let me know, by the way. I'm just reviewing.
Yeah, I'm in the lobby. I picking Kindred. We're playing Kindred into Hackerim.
Okay.
Signing.
Sweet. So for the gameplay, I'm just gonna let you play. For the most part, just do your comfort. You know, do your thing. You know, you can always ask me questions if you want to ask and discuss things. But for the most part, I want the comfort. I want to comfort you to be comfortable and play your best game. And then I'll be doing a lot of the talking once you actually get out of the game. And we'll discuss all the options and like what I want you to do and what I don't want you to do. Because at the end of the day, like, you still need to play the game to win. You know, like, just play. You know, play comfortably, play freely. We're chilling.
All right, I will share my screen with you.
Fantastic.
Let me know if you can see it.
1 sec, yeah, I'm just gonna think. Failed to reconnect. Oh yeah, this client is fucking dead. NA is down. I should be able to see it. Yes, sir. 1 sec. Let me just open this shit up. Pop out. Here we are. Fantastic. Nice. In terms of runes, I don't know that. I know that Griffin plays different rune setup, if I'm not mistaken. I think he plays Relentless Hunter.
Yeah.
He values the other combat movement speed a lot.
He plays Conqueror and Relentless Hunter and Eyeball. But I prefer, especially in matchups where I know I will fight or try to invade at least, because optimally I would like to invade the Hekarim. I always like PTA more. And I've been trying a little bit of lethal tempo, but I don't know, it just does no fucking damage.
At the end of the day, I am a simple man. If you have a game plan and you follow it, and you need to like, if your runes live up to how you're playing the game, I don't think it like I don't think it like I think that matters more than your runes being perfectly optimal. Like if you play suboptimal runes, quote unquote, but you have a purpose in mind and you're gaining gold leads doing that,
Yeah.
you're doing God's work, bro. Like that's plenty. Like, I'm not a believer in like, oh, there's an optimal rune setup for every single champion. There's an optimal rune setup for accomplishing a goal in game.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are playing Conqueror Aatrox because your goal in game is to kill everyone, right? Is to like, just do as much damage AoE as possible and just initiate fights, blah blah blah, then do that. And if you're playing Electrocute Aatrox with a full lethality build and you reliably are one-shotting the enemy mid lane or AD carry, then I have nothing to say, like that's just, if you think that's the best way to win and you're doing that, then you're actually winning games, then you're just the GOAT, So for example, a Renekton player started maxing W second.
Mm-hmm.
So he did 3 point skew into W max at level 10. He's
Okay.
max W. And his argument is just like, yeah, I think, like people, like, you don't need Q anymore. Like, you don't need it to win lane. You don't need it to farm. You don't need that shit.
Mm-hmm. That's very nice. Yeah, but I've been actually testing. There was a while where I was going lethal tempo into Kraken and Ginsu on Kindred every game, and I actually had decent success with it. But nowadays it's not working for me anymore. I think the build just lacks damage, and as boring as it is, I think Triforce is better.
Yep, it's the best one, right? Is to play Triforce. So, as far as I'm concerned, actually, let me check last patch. Yeah, Triforce, Kraken and the Triforce is still her best win rate. So, for the most part, it's like usually if your build has really shit win rate compared to the best win rate build, then it's probably better to just go for the good build. The high win rate build. Sorry. So, play whatever you're comfortable with. Though at the end of the day, like I said, I just want to see like if you buy a Ginsu's, like I want to have a purpose. Like this game buying Ginsu's fucking worthless. Like who are you hitting?
Yeah.
But if the enemy comp, you're staring down Ornn and shit, like Ornn, Nautilus, Sejuani.
Yeah, usually nowadays my benchmark to like pick little tempo and go Ginsu is like 3 melees and at least 2 of them are tanky. It has to be a good setup.
Agreed. All right, I'll just let you play the game. Just do your best. You don't have to talk or anything. I'll be judging in the review.
All right.
You through it. As long as you can vaguely remember why you did stuff, it's good enough.
Yeah.
I just don't want you to have the streaming experience where you're like, struggling a bit. Mm-hmm.
That sucks to be him, but I don't think that's supposed to happen, is it?
Right. I think if he plays well, he can avoid that, yeah.
I would like to invade him because he's on his raptors, but I don't think I have an angle here.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing I noticed when I watch Agorin is that he always takes his Gromp before blue buff.
Yeah.
Just so the clear feels better.
Yep.
Flows better, I guess.
Yep.
I started doing it too a little bit.
It's smart. I was sometimes too lazy, but I tried to do it too.
Yeah, I forget sometimes as well.
Yeah, sometimes like, CBA.
Oh, come on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, unlucky.
It's okay.
Careful for the Q. Nice one. Holy shit, it's so spicy. Wait, why is Kaisa not looking for that? That's kind of cringe. I think she should have been looking for, like, following up on the hook. That's kind of silly she didn't.
Yeah.
All good, though.
It's okay, I'll be first to mark, I think. I don't know how these guys are getting away with this, honestly.
Yeah, it's a bit unlucky. Can you press tab for me? Right? This habit needs to be grown in, right? Like press
Yeah.
tab. What is Olaf's situation? What is Nar's situation? Even if you get first to this crab, do I beat Hecarim one-on-one? Yes or no? These are things you need to be asking right now.
Yeah.
Like,
look at this.
Is Olaf going in fog for this or not? Like, how's the midwave? Can I kite and wait for Silas to come? Do I steal the crab and run, or do I fight? Like, do I kite into him because I beat him, or do I lose? Like these are questions you need to be asking. In this case, it seems like you knew very well, right? But if you didn't ask those questions, right? I mean, again, if it's just a habit, then that's fine. I want you to be very like the way you play that, you knew for a fact you can hit the crab and still shit on him, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. I love that. But acknowledging that can change based on Olaf moving earlier and stuff like if I was Olaf there, I would have pre-moved, right? So I would have moved and made sure my Hecarim gets that crab, and if you even touch foot in the river, I kill you.
Yeah.
Because I'm already shitting on Nar. I don't need a bigger lead on Nar to keep winning, right? But very good. I'm just gonna mute so I can talk to you guys. But if you have a problem with the F keys, then it sucks to be you. Like the guy is obviously trying. Like this is a habit from him tryharding, and it's obviously a good thing. He's gathering as much information as he can, and he's processing the game as he's making decisions. So if you have a problem with it, I'm sorry. It's just the way it is.
Okay.
So we know Hecarim CS, right? Press tab, right? What did he do?
He did Raptors.
What is his number?
36. He was at 32. 36. So he did Raptors.
He did Raptors into gank, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to do Raptors into what? Probably his top side, right? So either you can attack the dragon, you can attack the enemy golems, or you can attack the enemy bot lane here.
Yeah. I'll check dragon because I think, yeah.
Really nice sidestep.
Oh, no.
Oh, that fucking blows. Nice try. Good sidestep.
Thank you.
Kind of sucks to Cinder do that much damage, actually. Kind of surprised. Just kills you there. R did 300 there. Holy fuck. Oh, I was surprised. Sucks a bit. Not the end of the world, though. I mean, yeah, this game's pretty rough. I mean, our bot lane, like the whole bot lane situation was a disaster, and then top lane's getting shafted 1v1.
I don't think I can run top here because I think Hecarim reset and it's probably a risk grump, and if he runs top, we just lose 2v2. I can try. Could wait for the mark, I guess.
No, I think that Olaf's good, it just kills you. Right, if this Nara is good, then for sure he could have ulted him better as well. I would say you probably wanted to push the wave with him. I didn't say it, but like I should have, I guess. Like you want to push the wave and share the gold with him. He just needs to crash that neutral wave, and it's good enough. Either way, Hecarim has no ult, right? You have ult, Hecarim has no ult. Does that change? Like this is the hardest part. I'll just join in here and just talk about these things whilst we're playing, because I just want you to think about that, right? Because this game looks kind of doomed, so I don't, even if you try hard, I think it's kind of a rough one. So I want to talk about some concepts. It's like right now, Hecarim having no ult, does that change how fast you want to play the game? Like right now, do you want to just run bot after Raptors and fucking fight? Do you want to start Herald and fucking fight?
I think I'll go ahead.
Olaf no ult, Hecarim has no ult, right? Like how hard one forces here matters, right? The nuance here matters. Like forcing gank top right now, this guy no flash. Just how hard do you want to force? Do you want to fight this guy right now? Yes or no? Right? That all matters. It's like if you want to fight real bad, you start this Herald in his face, right? Yeah. So that's what I mean with like how bad do you want to fight right now? Because I think you actually should have stayed topside and started the Herald personally. But I don't mind you crossing into bot here and playing your own game. I'm just like that's a matter we'll discuss later. You need to flash the Syndra stun, and then you could have killed her and then ulted on the spot, and then maybe you could take one more with you, but probably not. The fight looked kind of fucked.
Yeah, I wanted to go for her since she has a thing. How's it called? The shutdown. I could have probably.
Yeah, you getting the shutdown would have been nice. Do you have? You don't have item, right? The futures market's too nerfed.
Oh no, I did that. Nice.
Oh, nice. Well, I actually didn't know.
I can fight him actually. I don't think he took my blue. I saw him walking out. Unless he walked back in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This game is rough now.
It already was. Don't worry.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I went for it because I know we're behind.
I'm fine with that.
It did.
It's a bit of a top gap. Bot situation was doomed, and then mid and bot got fucked from the jungle, like from the bottom side situation. I feel like the whole disaster there, and then top is just getting railed. So it is a hard game.
Yep. He has to be careful. No? Yeah, that's nice. What are the chances that Olaf just walks here and fucks me up? Okay, nice
He's
stuff.
good, very high. If he's not good, not that high. Also, I think you can beat him if he has no flash. If he has flash, though, you're kind of hopeless. You'll have to burn ult and hope you outplay him. So good. I approve.
I showed.
Doesn't matter. You waited long enough. He based. He's not coming. Be mindful of Olaf collapsing on from top side.
Yeah, I'm pissing off. Fuck that blue.
Sure.
Oh, why the fuck they are? Oh my. I'm
It's not a big deal.
misclicking a little bit.
Yeah, it happens. Don't worry.
You know, I have this fucking standing mic. Not standing mic, but like the big ones. And I genuinely cannot play when I use it.
I see.
I struggle a lot more.
Yeah. I have one. I have one that like stands up on its own right. It's like it has like a little foot, you know, and it just stands on my desk, and like it's definitely a bit annoying when I always remove it when I'm not streaming.
Yeah, same.
Like I do not like having it there.
Oh, come on, man.
So unlucky, yeah. I mean, like I said, this game is fucked either way. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We have a lot to review anyway. So don't worry. Again, a lot of this will be reviewing things and your decision making. So I'm sorry you want I'm down to play more. Obviously at the end of the day, it depends on what you want to get out of the session. If you want me to judge your gameplay more or work more on your
No, I prefer the theory because as I said, I think like playing on stream my gameplay already goes down a little bit. Like it's more
makes sense.
It's more for long term anyways. Like I don't care about these games.
Yep.
As long as I know I'm improving.
This game was really good for me to get into your head and understand what's going on there. So I actually really appreciate it. Like, this game was really good. I know it looks like a shit game, but it was everything I needed it to be. Like I mentioned, like this game's over. So if you want to forfeit, don't worry. I don't mind. I got everything I needed to. We have plenty of material.
Yeah. Excited for the 15-minute mark.
I don't disagree with you. If Minar is getting demolished by BF sword serrated Dirk Olaf, I'm down. I'm down to go on. You know, like you know what?
Next.
This one is not it, guys.
Next.
Fucking BF sword serrated Dirk cooldown shoes Olaf.
Olaf running down Nar without ghost, level 1. That's something new. Kalista triple killing under tower. This is some bangers.
It was a rough game for sure. It was a banger of a game. All right, I'm gonna use third person point of view because that's for me the best when I'm reviewing jungles. So I mean, in general, I actually like it a lot. I like third person point of view a lot. I find that you can always get the most out of it. So let me go ahead and load up US here, and I'm gonna get cracking. It'll be my turn to talk a lot. What's your actual in-game name? If you could give me a link.
Yeah, it's just Reynor.
I can scroll up.
Like
just Reynor.
Yeah.
Based. Always based when you have the actual username.
Yeah, it's nice.
I need to patch 1 sec, 2 minutes, and then I can. That's why I have this account, by the way. This was my Smurf, and it's on EOS, and I have the OG.
Oh, nice.
It's me. I have the name, so I'm pretty happy about that. This is my old account. Actually, so when people ask me what my most played champ is, like, yeah, it's Gangplank, Jace. It's definitely GP. It's my most played champ by miles. And then actually, Victor and Jace are really high as well. Like, they're some of my most played champs. Darius also. So yeah, I have a lot of champs that I played a shit ton of. People like Singed. I played so much Singed. Anyway, I was a bit of a cooker. Let's see. I'm finished patching. So to break down your decision making, like I said, I think the biggest thing is like the quality of your decision making is lacking.
Mm-hmm.
So when there is a pile of gold to be earned that is highly likely, you get baited by emotions rather than thingy, like gold. And then, like I said, like it doesn't. I do not feel a sense of urgency. Like the sense of urgency in your gameplay starts based on situations that occur, not on you moving out of base. Does this make sense? What I just said. So when something happens, you feel a sense of urgency to participate. But I want you to have a sense of urgency before it happened, or have no sense of urgency at all. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you panic when something bad is happening.
Yeah.
When you should know whether or not you're in panic mode or not. Again, related to StarCraft. It really helps if you're related to your main game. Like, you should know. It's like when the fight is losing. Like when you're losing the micro fight, right? In StarCraft.
Mm-hmm.
It's too late to be panicking. It's already fucked.
Yeah.
You should have known that you need to be in a sense of urgency before the fight starts. Because the fight will be hard, the fight is unlikely to win. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean.
Small thing, if you can do this as Kindred, if you can like ping your teammates to get any information level 1, that's big. Now in this game it's not easy, because Topside he's way stronger, whatever, but actually getting info on Hecarim is good, because you say that he should be on Raptors, but you actually don't know.
Yeah.
He might as well start Raptors solo. Unless you assume that, like, unless you double check that this guy leashed, in which case props to you.
Yeah, I pinged it. Top.
Okay, very good. Very good, very good, very good. Then props to you. Nice job. So we're gonna do our 3 camps, and you say that you want to invade him. He finds an angle to invade you. This shit is like, I mean, it was pretty unlucky. If you hit level 4, you could probably kill that Hecarim.
Yeah.
It makes a difference in the whole fight.
I don't know, like in what world he can just walk in there. Like it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Actually, in many worlds, I actually think this invade from Hecarim is pretty reliable because he's way faster than you. So because his jungle clear is much faster than you, he can do this reliably.
You know, they nerfed this fucking Kindred E missing health damage, and I'm still not used to it. Pissing me off.
Okay, well, I'll tell you right now, the way you played, if this guy is any human, he just kills you. I don't know why the fuck he cares about this blue buff, but if that were me, I would just kill you.
Yeah.
you know, you cute melee range into me? Like, bro. What's this? Like, I get it if you're kiting over, like, you're hugging the wall here and you're queuing over the wall. That's one thing, right?
Yeah.
But this?
Yeah, that was maybe ambitious.
Brother, I don't know why the fuck this guy isn't slaying you right now. Like, he eat the blue. Why did he eat the blue? Like, I would let you have the blue and I'd slay you, you know? Like, dude, you're a free kill. The fuck? You're a literal free kill. I can just mow you down here. I mean, best case, you are flashing over this wall on 1 HP, and then like the whole bot side situation is fucked for you, you know? Because I have a massive slow push. I'm gonna run through this quickly and why this decision making is better. Like right now, if he doesn't care about blue and just chunks you and pushes you out, what happens on this bot wave? This wave right here. 305 wave. What happens to your bot lane?
They just the wave gets pushed under the tower.
And
they can get dived.
Yeah, and the Nexus.
Yeah. Because
this guy decided to chunk you and then play around bot side. So I'm just saying, this guy was really good at the game. He explodes bot lane. From this invade is good. What he's doing is good.
Okay.
I like it. I approve of it because he's faster than you.
I see.
That's why honestly doing blue and then doing Gromp makes it harder, right? So this is the downside of doing Gromp into blue.
Yeah.
Because the area of fighting is here. He gets the information standing here, right? Let me pause, sorry. He gets the information from here, right? Right now, if you're doing blue last, he gets the information standing here. How the fuck do you kill him if he's here?
Yeah.
Right? Hard, right? If he's here, there's better odds of collapsing on him and killing him with mid and support, right? That's why this is riskier. Now, again, it's unlucky. I'm not going to waste my energy. I just want you to see this line, right? This wave here that just crashed, if we spam ping our bot lane to fast push after we murder this guy, which again is really good because these guys are stuck, you know, these guys are moving to help jungle. This is why this is such a fucking good play from Hecarim, okay? Is because he is forcing you to play, like he's forcing this bot lane to move, and if he can manage to chunk you low enough that you can't defend this dive bot anymore, because he'll just like one-shot you, right? You can't defend if you're 200 health, right? They'll just kill you instead. This is doomed for them because they have no summons. If they have summoners, different story. But if he made this judgment call based on the fact that summoners got blown and it's a fucking fiesta in the bot lane, then this play was really good. If this was just a play that he does every game because this is just a pattern that he follows because he watched a lot of Donal, then whatever, right? He got lucky. But I will say that if he calculated this is an insane play by him. This is a game winner, right? Literally a game winner. This wave right now, this wave crashes. If you're too low to defend this dive, like I mentioned, their bot lane, like enemy bot is just doomed. These two can't play. Literally, they will just intweed. Anyway, the combat was good. Your combat was good. You recovered, right? Your Q was really bad, but you kept fighting. Like you held your ground. You didn't panic flash. You didn't do anything bad. You didn't panic. You kept fighting. Here, you're looking for autos. I like it. This is good. You're forcing Kalista to like mix it up. Again, I think if Kai'Sa did the same as you, this guy was dead right now.
Yeah.
Different situation completely. Same thing here. Your position is good. You are spacing well. You know she's Q on cooldown. You're not in threat of being here. Good. Now here you're gonna fuck up big time. You're gonna Q into Kai'Sa. Never do this. The first thing you want to do is identify. You're really close to 4. If you can start hitting creeps and hit 4, this will give you a chunk of HP. Next thing to do never stack with 2 low HP members. And honestly, Thresh Q taking the Q here is also really bad, but that's not your fault. I'm just saying that like here, never stack, right? Because this Hecarim is going to E into both of you, and he's going to Q, and he's going to kill you both. Right now, you should know, this is wave number, like this, in this wave state, right? If you see that Soraka's level 3 and this guy's level 3, it stands to reason this guy's almost going to hit level 3, and you're also obviously yourself very close to leveling up. So please, start focusing the wave with your Kai'Sa, right? Q over here, Q here, and then start hitting the wave. If Hecarim E's into you, position yourself in a way that you get hit into the tower and not stack with Kai'Sa, because then Hecarim will be stuck, right? And then, like, he won't have any movement speed left, and right, he won't double kill you like this, right? It'll be harder, at least. Make sense?
Yeah.
Small thing. We end up getting dove here and completely fucked. It's just a disaster. I don't care about this. It is your next decision making that matters. Remember in game I told you this? You need to be hyper aware of what this Olaf is doing.
Yeah.
And you need to acknowledge that if he starts moving, we must give this.
Yeah.
Because if you get hit by Olaf Q right now here, you're dead.
Fucking dead, yeah.
Right? So, again, next thing, we know the same tempo as Hecarim because he's faster than us, but we died first, right? And he's faster because his champion presses E and has more movement speed, also is incentivized to buy boots. You're not, because you have free boots, right?
Yeah.
So, he should be faster than us. So, we acknowledge that. Now, the next thing to acknowledge is, do I shit on him or not? Anyway, we'll be the same time because we died first, sorry. But he's faster on us out on the map.
Yeah.
If we would have been in the same tempo. So again, can you do this? Can you ignore him and hit the crab whilst if you're fighting him? Do you still beat him if you do this? If the answer is no, do not be crabber. Yes? I don't know if you know the meme.
No.
C9 Blabber did this on stage. He fucking played Nidalee into Udyr. He fucking W'd
I saw it.
Smote the crab and then got absolutely railed by Udyr 1v1. Don't be crabber, okay? It's not worth it. Giving the 1 mark for a kill of Hecarim right now is not worth it. Why? Bye, your game is over.
Yeah.
Right, so don't be crabber. Instead, you were the GOAT. You fucking absolutely murdered him 1v1, and he's pissed.
Yeah.
Really nice play. So here, what do we need to acknowledge? First thing, what can he do?
I could Well, I don't.
What can you do? What can he do?
I think I could go for his camps, but I don't know if I have time. Olaf is missing. He's not on vision.
Incorrect. He has prio. You cannot go
Yeah.
through his camp. So Olaf has prio. Invade is not possible. I'll write
Okay.
it down, but it's not possible.
Yeah, not possible.
What are your other options?
So I can either reset.
Not possible. Syndra and Olaf are stronger. They have prio.
I could reset instant, or I could just go for my camps.
B. Okay, B into into what would that be? Noon Quiver, right?
Yeah.
Noon Quiver. Noon Quiver. Now, what is the advantage of buying Noon Quiver?
I destroy camps faster.
And
I'm stronger than Hakarim.
Yes. So, but B right here, killing him and insta basing or doing like not even doing insta basing and buying Noon Quiver means that you can do one of two things, right? One is to walk to his Raptors and invade him here, or the other one is to walk to his Gromp and invade him there, depending on where you think he first started. Because if you think that right now he's going to Gromp and then pathing to Raptors, you would you're pathing down and you would go to Raptors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because by the time you've based and started walking out, he will have done 2 camps.
Yeah.
Because he's fast as fuck, right? This is Hecarim's biggest advantage. He clears like a fucking beast. Right?
Yeah.
So by the time that you've killed him and he's back with home guard, he has tier 2s, we know that, right? And he walks, he will have started Gromp, and then basically he'll have finished this. If he bases and runs bottom side, right? So he died, he respawns, runs to this and this, and you base and buy Noon Quiver, you will not make it for Raptors. You will have taken them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, right? So keep that in mind. Again, if you want to gamble here and say, fuck it, this game is going like a total disaster, I must take more risks, I will base here, and I will just gamble that he will go to Gromp Wolves, and I will fight him here, I'll trap him in the bush and kill him here, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's what I meant. Sense of urgency must be... I must feel the sense of urgency when you're walking off the fountain.
Okay.
Right? Right now, you are showing me no sense of urgency. You just solo kill this guy, you're saying, you know what, the game is fine. Anyway, that was your options. It's recall and invade him, or farm my camps and then recall, right? If you recall and insta-play for an invade, you are feeling the pressure, right? You are doing what when you do this? Let's say instead of this, you recalled, you bought Noon Quiver, you walked here to his Raptors. You're also opening opportunities to attack bottom mid immediately. Because you know Hecarim will always be doing 2 camps.
Yeah.
So Hecarim has no incentive to leave his jungle at all, right? Except if he knows what you're doing and he expects you to recall and do this. But that, in my opinion, would be like... I would not expect. I would call my laners and put the responsibility on my laners that they should avoid Kindred's gank. Because if Kindred does this and gets nothing, Hecarim will win the game. Or be in a winning position. Because he will get 6 faster, and then once he hits 6, he will make a play on any of this no flash, and this no flash, and he will translate this into a winning game because they're already winning. He will snowball the lead. Correct? So keep that in mind. Right? From Hecarim's perspective, I want you to acknowledge that you will never counter jungle. Like, you will never stop Kindred's play after dying there. Never. It is not a winning line for you to do that. It's not your responsibility to match Kindred here anymore. You walked into her, you spotted her. It is on your laners now to not die to her because they know what she's doing. She has 2 options: path down or base and path down, basically. Because top, you have no way of ganking this all off if he is any human, because he should have warded for himself because he had prio and had a timer to ward, right?
Yeah.
Not to say that you won't, I'm just saying he shouldn't die. So keep that in mind. You walk into his Raptors, even if they're not up here, you are opening up an opportunity to attack mid, opening up an opportunity to attack the flashless bot lane. We know they have no flashes. This guy, we know he has flash, so maybe you don't want to gank it, but we also have Silas flash, so maybe we can set something up despite the fact that she has flashes. Keep that in mind, yeah? Again, that's what I mean with the urgency. It's like, if you feel urgency, even after killing Hecarim, you must base, buy Noon Quiver, and be ready to make an action. Because you know, this Callisto's 3-0, and we have a losing lane mid. He dies here, they're doing Drake. Right now, you want to contest this Drake, what must we do?
We should get prio either mid or bot, but I don't know.
Yep, you're going to have to walk here, and then gank this guy, and then walk to Drake. Do we have time to do that? Probably not. So we do not contest.
Yeah.
We take the L. It's a mistake, so we're just going to take the tempo. That's why you invading here is good or bad? Or so you walking in here, good or bad?
It's bad. I just want to check, but yeah.
Yeah. Just checking at this point is bad. They have prio here, and we did not gank the Syndra to get the prio and help our Silas move. This is always going to be bad for us. It's a nice try to survive. Unfortunately, I'm surprised you died here, honestly. 300 damage from the Syndra ult. I'm actually shocked that Tome Doran's ring one-shot you. The fuck? Did she do anything crazy? Like, did she manage her orbs, like, especially well? Let me check. I'm sorry, I'm curious.
Yeah, no worries. I was surprised too.
No, she didn't. What the fuck? She literally just did QE and then WR and just fucking 300 damage on your forehead. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm shocked. Anyway. Chilling. We do this. I guess it's because... actually, you have decent MR. Anyway, here, like, so here you were talking about, I remember this, you were talking about, like, I can't do anything here, blah, blah, blah. This is a good moment of, like, okay, so what are your options, right? What are your options except for defending this play?
Well, I think ganking mid probably is my best option at this point. Or
You're going to kill this Syndrome mid with no flash? Like, with flash up, right?
Yeah.
That's not a very good option, I feel. You know? Like, you know what I mean? Like, here, it's like, all right, I'm going to hit you with this, yeah?
Yeah.
So let's say Nar just backs off in bases, and Olaf walks up to this tower and takes 2 plates, yeah? Takes this plate, sorry, he takes 1 plate, and then takes this, like he finishes this wave, takes the next wave, and takes this plate, yeah? He proxies. Right?
Yeah.
Let's say that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Is whatever you're getting here worth more than what Nar is losing?
No.
Even let's say you go mid, is that worth more than what Nar is losing? Because Nar will lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So he will lose, let's say 5 CS, right?
Yeah.
He'll lose 11 CS, of which is 1 as a cannon. So per our calculations, this is roughly 260, 250, 260 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, Olaf will be gaining this, right? So Olaf is gaining all of this. He is gaining plus 250, plus 260, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, he's gaining 175 from a plate. So the gold differential will be a 775 gold differential between Olaf and Nar. He will be 775 gold ahead. Is whatever you're going to force mid going to yield more results than this? Which is guaranteed to happen. This is guaranteed. This is like, because this guy can't outplay Olaf at this HP, right? So either he will die to him and donate an extra 300, or he will lose this no matter what, if you do not interact. Sorry, it's 675. My bad. My math is bad. Thank you, guy in chat. Right? So the point is whatever you're gonna do here, is this going to yield more results than whatever Olaf is creating already?
So you're saying I have to go there and fuck him up pretty much, and take the risk that if Hecarim is there,
you have to.
Yeah.
You have to just defend.
Yeah.
So you do not actually go there and gank him proactively to kill him, because I agree with you. If Hecarim shows up and kills you both, your game is over. But you can take the defensive path here and defend him from getting dove, or just camp here. You know, like if you're here, I don't think you just disappear. You know, like I don't think Olaf and Hecarim just delete you. You know, like the way you're playing is fine, right? The gameplay here is fine. I'm saying that like the reason, like the issue I have with what you were doing is that you were so reluctant to come here because you don't recognize that whatever Olaf is getting, this plus 675 that he's getting guaranteed. This is assuming Nar doesn't even die, which is very likely, by the way. People in solo queue will run it down. This plus 1k gold that Olaf is threatening to gain for basically free is always greater than whatever you can produce anywhere else. So you must come here and investigate the situation. Worst case, you can just take the wave, and then at least you take this wave plus next wave, at least you're diminishing the amount of gold lost, right? The differential will not be 675 because your Nar won't die. It will be smaller, it will be minus 250 because you're at least taking the farm, right? So he's still getting a big lead compared to Nar, because Nar is going down 500 gold because he's not getting shit, right? Roughly.
Yeah.
But you are gaining that gold. The team is gaining that gold. Now this guy is playing like a complete fucking psycho, so you dumpster him. The only thing here, I actually think he kills you. I don't know why the fuck he doesn't go on you. I would fucking murder you here. I would Q you right now, and I would Q you, and I wouldn't flash yet, but in your next Q, I'd flash on your head and just kill you.
Yeah, I thought it would fuck me up as well, but then he goes in the ground.
So you say that, but for some reason you play as if he can't. So you play it slower, you know? If you die here, your game's over anyway, right? So you should play it slower. You don't need to be desperate to kill him here. This Q... it's you know, this Q, I think you got yourself killed. If he's
yeah, I think so too. I was very afraid that he would just run away.
Next thing here, just take the wave together. Like,
yeah.
You're like, this guy is fucked. Everything he gets here is by virtue of you helping him. When you are giving your laner something, you will share in its bounty. You will give him the last hits, but share the XP, share the love. You know, share the love. He should share the love. Why? Because in a normal world, he will get nothing here. Not in normal. In a world where you didn't help him, he gets nothing. So share the love. Make sure he crashes this. Make sure he bases and gets his relief. Especially because you were scared of Hecarim coming topside, right? When you killed Olaf.
Yeah.
The threat of Hecarim coming top is not gone when Olaf dies. He can still be here. So you share the love here. I think it's a good habit. Share the love. And if you want to contest Herald, you can share the love. Base together here. Boom. Walk out topside. We contest the Herald and we play the game together. Right?
Okay, yeah.
If you do not want to do that, it's up to you. Now, let's assess, right? So he dies here. Hecarim has no ult. Boom. Right now, when you press tab, I want to, I want you to, make, in your mind, are you pressure? Do you feel pressure? Do you feel the need to create something?
Well, yeah, because we're getting fucked.
So why don't I feel that when I watch you play? When I look at your decision making in game, I don't feel that at all right now. You're chilling, doing the little cruddy, right? Which is good.
Yeah.
You need to hit level 6, right?
Yeah.
But your next decision, I need to know right now the difference between someone that feels pressure and the difference between someone that doesn't. Show me it. What is the difference? Tell me what is the difference in decision making. You have two different options you can take in decision making. One that is feeling pressured.
Yeah.
One that is not feeling pressured. What is the difference?
Well, if I weren't feeling pressured, I'd probably go for my Raptors and chill. If I were, I would probably back and
Wolves,
force something.
Into Grom.
Yeah.
Right? This is what you would do, literally, full clear, right?
Yeah.
If you are not, you would base into Herald, is what you say. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't mind. Now, if you base and spend this gold, does it change how strong you are?
Yeah.
It does? You think this little piece of shit bow upgrade that gives you 10?
You don't think so? I
magic
think
damage
the
per
bow
hit?
is sick. I love the bow.
I mean, technically it makes you stronger, but is it worth the positioning?
Probably.
Is that recurve bow, this extra magic damage on hit, worth more than you trapping someone in this bush that face checks you?
Yeah, probably not.
Bingo.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you are pressured, why do we not base? Because the position is more valuable than the value of the gold we're spending. If you are beginning to Kraken here, by all means, go base.
Yeah.
But this little upgrade is not worth more than you being in a bush and having this guy face check you with no spells, or this guy face checking you after he does a camp. It is not worth it. Make sense?
Yeah.
Option number 3 is also, you could also do this. Try to find him here. Probably not going to happen because he's too fast, I think, at this point. But yeah, anyway. That's why. Now, that's why, like, right now you need to be thinking, when Hecarim has no ult, can I start Herald in his face, yes or no? Which spells can I use on the Herald and which can I not? Because the thing is, you can do Herald without using a single spell, agreed?
Yeah.
So, the question is not, when you're scared of someone contesting you, the question is not whether you need to use spells on the Herald or not. The question is how many of them can I use and still beat him?
Yeah, yeah.
And if the answer is 0, then you literally just right-click this fucking Herald in the back of the pit here, and you don't use a single spell.
Okay.
And when he comes, you use all your spells and fist him.
Yeah.
Right? That is showing me that you're thinking about these things. Like, that's what I mean. And here, when you do Raptors, sorry, I went back twice. When you do Raptors here, I do not feel a sense of urgency. When I should be feeling a sense of urgency, yeah?
Yeah.
Right now, you should be starting the shit out of this. You should be in position in this river, ready. Right? You should be pulling this Herald either up to Olaf and ganking him, or in the back of the pit and sneaking it, or towards mid and threatening to gank mid and telling your Silas to come here.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Next up, you know this guy has no flash. You just burned it in your face, yes?
Yeah. He has no ulti
So,
either.
Can you kill Hecarim right now if you go on him?
If he goes on me, yes. If he doesn't, no. Because he has no ult.
Okay. So
here I'm trying.
we can kill Olaf. We can't kill this guy unless he ints. So you can keep running, and if he comes to int, then you kill him, right?
Yeah.
But here you start turning on him before he's.
I was a little bit afraid.
The window closed here too.
Here I was a little bit afraid that if I go straight top, then he turns around and then they collapse on me and we get fucked.
Okay. So again, do you think that the situation that you will play here 2v2 in the Kindred ult, right, somewhere here in this area in this fight, is that necessary to win this game? Do you need to take that risk? Yes or no?
I mean, taking head.
Do you think that you can win by just pushing this guy out and doing nothing?
No.
So
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
One must take this risk.
Yeah.
That is the logical conclusion. One must do it because we will not win this game if we do not take this risk. It is the correct play because if you do nothing, you will lose.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It is not the correct play. The odds are low. I agree. The odds are in their favor. I think they're actually not bad. They're not that bad. If Nar can kite well and actually hit Mega, I think you guys win.
You're asking too much of him, man.
I'm asking way too much. Based on what I've seen, the guy's dog shit. But we must take the risk because the game is unfucking playable either way. I have no one to play around. There's nothing I can do. I must create things from thin air. And right now, Hecarim no ult, no ghost, no flash, no ult Olaf. This is the best thin air situation I could possibly hope for. It's our best chance.
Yeah, that's true.
If not now, you might as well go AFK. Right? Because if you can manage to get 1 or 2 kills here and then get Herald, suddenly maybe you buying Kraken Slayer, you might be able to carry the next fight.
Yeah.
And then it will snowball into potential good plays. Make sense?
Yeah, that's true.
This risk must be taken. You, again, do you beat him if he comes into you?
Hecarim, now I beat him. Yeah.
Because he has no ult. Right?
Yeah.
So the question is do you beat him? Do you need W to beat him? Do you need Q to beat him? Do you need E to beat him? What do you need? Save that spell. But you are starting this fucking Herald or you are ganking this guy no matter what.
Yeah.
Because you must. Because anything you do bottom side here
useless.
Is less winning.
Yeah.
It's not useless. It's less winning than this. So if you think this is not a good play, it's gonna only get worse here, because the reason why it's worse here is because these motherfuckers have their cooldowns, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's not 6 yet, but these fuckers have their ults. So your chances of carrying a fight against champs that have no ults greater than champs with ults, right?
Yeah.
So if you cross here into bot and take a fight bot against champs that have ults, that's just worse odds than fighting champs that don't have ults.
Yeah.
Now, granted, there's nuance there, right? Some champs' ults are fucking worthless. Some champs are broken, right, with ults. So keep that in mind. But the point is that here you cross into bot and make this play, when in reality, right, look at the shutdown. This guy's worth 600 gold.
Yeah.
Right? If you started Herald here and let this guy push and cross, right, and you start Herald and spam ping your team, just run, just run, just run, just run. Let's even be generous and say that Olaf isn't a fucking okay, I'm not gonna say the R word. He isn't a total idiot and runs it down here, because this guy's still dead, by the way. This guy wants to die. He's begging you to just walk top of him. I'm just saying, he's literally, please, Kindred, take me, right? So let's ignore the fact that you get the 300 gold bounty bonus here on the Herald play. Let's say you only get Herald. How much gold is that?
Herald is we said 300. 650.
Yeah, 300
yeah.
plus 2 plates, right? So I say 650 across multiple people. For you yourself, it'll be 175 usually, because you'll share the plates. So it's 300 plus 175, yeah? So this is 475 gold.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. Because again, if Hecarim comes to fight you, you shit on him.
Mm-hmm.
And if Olaf moves, like if Olaf and Hecarim both move, right? Then we agreed we're taking the fight 1v2. Like we're taking the fight with Nar moving, because that's the best we can do.
Yeah.
Right? Because we need to take that risk. It's better than anything else. So again, once we've agreed that we are fighting to the death here. This is our last stand, you know? Our last stand, we agree. This is 475. Now that we've watched the situation play out, Hecarim crosses into bot. He says, fuck the Herald, I'm just going to take our bot camps for it. You get 475 gold here. Let's say you cross into bot, you kill Kalista. How much gold do you get? 600. Yeah. She's worth 300 plus 300, right? So you're telling me that this risk of crossing into bot here and killing her for this 125 more gold is worth it over just taking this?
Mm-hmm. I see, yeah. Makes sense.
Never. This risk is not worth it. There's no way. You cannot argue it against me. You are losing your cooldowns too for doing it, by the way. You will have to burn your flash minimum, if not your ult, to get this kill. And that's assuming this guy is doing fucking Gromp. Like, why is he doing it? Hello?
Yeah.
Why is he even doing it? He could just walk away, you know? And that's assuming you can kill him, right? So the point of the whole discussion is, we identify multiple different things in a bad game state. We identify when is my best timing to fight, right? Because just like when you are strong, there will be a biggest win, like the strongest point, right? That you will be. When you are losing, there will be the best possible time to fight. Yeah. It will be when you are level 6 to 6. It will be when you are, mythic to him being mythic plus tier 2 shoes, right? Mm-hmm. When he has a 1k gold lead, he has tier 2 shoes plus mythic. When you finish mythic, that might be your best time, right? So one needs to acknowledge the best possible time. Right here, this fight was your best possible time because... Why is this the best time? To start the Herald and fist fight to the death?
Because they have cooldowns.
Exactly. Their ults are off. That's why it's my best time. It's just my best chance.
Yeah.
Because they have no ult and I have my ult.
Yeah.
So it's my best timing to fight right now. Even though I have no other real advantage, this is all I can leverage. And you must leverage it because you have nothing else. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes
and like I said, if you are desperate, you need to be looking proactively for this. You need to be looking at every lane, and as soon as you see an ult discrepancy, like they don't have ult, I have ult, snap.
Yeah.
Instantly. I'm pathing to that. Like I'm actively making something happen in that lane. Like same thing here. Like let's say Kalista burns ult and gets nothing, right? Mm-hmm. You should proactively do something here. Right here, this early game. You feel like the game is slipping out of your hands when they all have no flashes from this situation. Your pathing should not be top crab into this, into this. It should be top crab, kill this guy, we killed him, base, boom. We're playing fucking bottom side, walking into this guy's raptor camp. If they're up, yoink the raptors into potential go behind them bot gang. That's what I'm saying. If you feel that the game is hard, that is what I need to see from you, right? Like right here. If you think that the game is slipping out of your hand and they have no flash, right? Again, do they scale better than us, yes or no?
What did you say, sorry?
Do they scale better than us, yes or no?
Yeah, it looks like it. Don't they?
Right? I would say
I don't know how
scaling
Kalista
here
scales.
greater than for Syndra, right? Greater than for Syndra.
Yeah.
Kalista's scaling is entirely dependent on whether or not she can stay in the fight or not.
Yeah.
I would say you scale better than Hecarim.
Yeah. It has
I would
Shojin
say
though.
Olaf, this is equal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you want to say you're equal? It makes it easier for me, right? To prove my point.
Yeah.
Equal.
This guy with fucking Shojin.
And greater than Soraka, and then let's say Kai'Sa's better, right? Now here is the kicker in League, right? Here's the big ass. Here's the pain in the ass about League, right? whether or not you scale better or not depends on the circumstances of the other champions in your team sometimes, right?
Okay.
Right? So Kalista this game scales really well. Do you know why?
Why?
You're all short range as fuck.
Okay.
So if she builds a build, if she has a gold lead, she scales really well.
Mm-hmm.
Because if this team comp has a gold lead, you guys have only one way to play the fights, which is run into them.
Yeah.
You have to run into the Syndra to kill her. So her job this game is to keep Syndra alive and basically give you guys hell for diving into her. Because they have a champion that outranges all of you.
Yeah.
So naturally, her scaling is actually decent this game, even in an equal game, because she's not the person that will go first. She's just chilling. Make sense?
Yeah.
So that's why her scaling is good. Now your scaling is not that good. Why? Because you have to run into this fucking Syndra.
Yeah.
It's really hard for you to run into Syndra Soraka and not just get stunned into fucking silence and blown up, right? It's hard for you. So how can we not have that happen? If Silas is strong enough to steal Hecarim ult and dive into 4 people and make something happen, suddenly we scale better. You see, this is the difficulty of the game, right? Recognizing this in game. If my Silas is fed as fuck this game and he can just steal a fucking Hecarim ult and then go nuts on Syndra, you probably win this game. But if he's in a normal game state and he's the guy that ults in, gets Syndra stunned into a silence, he probably dies before you can help him, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're a fucking psycho and then you flash in. You flash ult the Silas that Hecarim ulted in, and then you get stacked by 15,000 spears, and you probably lose.
Yeah.
That's why, because the nature of the interaction is Syndra hits you, you guys hit her back, and then Kalista will kill everyone. This is why Kalista scales well this game. In some games, let's switch mid laners. They have to go on the Syndra first, yes? They have Hecarim ult to go on the Syndra, and they have Kalista ult. But Kalista ult is fucking Soraka, so it's worthless. So suddenly you guys are outscaling them. Because when they go on Syndra, your ult will give them hell.
Yeah.
Because it will be really hard for these champs to dive into your comp and for Kalista to make it into the Kalista ult. Make sense?
Yeah.
Because she has to walk into you guys and follow up on Hecarim that went nuts, right? So she has to walk all the way. She has to enter the fight. Anyway, the nuance aside, I just want to say that right now you should really be you should be extremely aware of the fact that you need the shutdown to win this game.
Yeah.
Right? I don't even I want to simplify it. When there are shutdowns and they have no flashes in solo queue, I want you to make a habit out of creating timers into that guy's lane. What does this mean? Is that your pathing will end in making free time to attack this guy.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Mm-hmm.
That is the number one thing I want. That is the short-term goal I'm setting for you. You can queue up right now.
Okay.
This is the short-term goal I have for you. When there's a big, there's a big important champion in the enemy team that your champ is not good against, and they have a shutdown and they have no flash, I want you to attack them. Unless they can 2v3 you or 1v2 you, then well, it blows. But my point is Kalista is good against Kindred. When Kindred is the person that has to press the R button first. Because she just stacks spears in your ult, and then obviously, she just presses rend, right?
Yeah.
As soon as your ult ends, she rends, everyone in the mosh pit, she's dead. But it is only good because Syndra forces you to use ult first.
Mm-hmm.
Like Syndra and Hecarim combined, right? They will just burst they will stun into fear, into silence, and then either you will be saving someone that's getting fucked, and you will lose because Kalista is coming, and she will just rend everyone.
Yeah.
Or you are one shot without even ulting. That's why it's rough. But you see what I mean? Like right here, I'll give you the example, right? And that's a flip, right? It's a total flip. When me telling you to just base, you kill this guy here.
Yeah.
You base on the spot. Right now, you go to the bush, you recall right now. You recall right now, you walk out bottom side here, right? You bring a sweeper ideally or a pink. You pink here. They have vision on you, right? Actually, fun fact, they wouldn't have vision here. But I don't expect you to be tracking that. But here, you pink here. And then either you threaten to start Drake and make him run into you again, which we agreed is good for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tank Drake and still beat Hecarim?
No.
You can't?
Can I mountain Drake?
So you need someone to tank Drake for you, right? So in that case, what do? We base, walk here, check his raptors, they're up, we take them, they're down, we gank someone, then start Drake. And then we just say, fuck it, we can't win this game anyway if we farmed. It's unlucky that he reversed this clear and took this, because again, he wants to do this, right? Why does he want to do this? Because bot lane is really important. He needs to defend bot lane. So he's incentivized to path towards bot, right?
Yeah.
This is why we take this gamble. Why do we take this gamble? Because our game is fucked if we don't. We get outscaled. It's a really rough game. If Kalista has a gold lead this game, we're going to get rolled. I mean, same with Olaf. Olaf is only useful this game if he has a gold lead. Unfortunately, Reynor found a way to completely grieve his game.
Yeah.
Right? So that is why like decision making in jungle is so hard. This pathing is completely natural in a game where you don't need to make anything happen. But like I said, if we don't make anything happen, they scale better than us because this guy will outscale, the mid outscales, Soraka outscales, and Kalista will outscale. Because Kalista kind of feeds power from the other two champions because she turns into a bodyguard and her only job is to keep Syndra alive.
Yeah.
And when Syndra is alive, you guys get terrorized by her. Because she outranges you and just throwing spells at you. And this could be Orianna mid, right? It doesn't have to be Syndra. This could be Orianna. Orianna will piss on you guys' comp 1v5. Right?
Yeah.
She outranges you, all of you. If she puts a ball here and you guys have to walk in on her ball, you guys are all fucked. Victor would also piss on all of you guys. Because he's just chunking you laser after laser or stun after like stun combo, Syndra combo after Syndra combo. Whatever it is. These control mages will destroy your comp because if they're ahead, we cannot dive into it.
Okay.
And if we are not, even if we are even, it'll be hard because you are trying to kill Syndra through Soraka and Kalista. It's hard to dive into them. Now, this is like, that part is like, that is champion discussion. That is something you'll feel when you play more, right? You'll notice it yourself. It's like, holy fuck, when I'm playing against the Fed Syndra, I can't fucking breathe. It's rough, right?
Mm-hmm.
She stuns me and I just die. But that is why, right?
Yeah.
Because of the nature of what happened in bot lane here, everyone got fucked, right? This guy got fucked, this guy got fucked, this guy got fucked, and you got fucked. You unfucked yourself because you solo killed him, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't change the fact that this guy's fucked. Now, this guy's fucked, what does that mean? This guy will get fed.
Yeah.
So if you don't stop him from getting fed, you will get outscaled this game. That's how I want your mind to work.
Okay.
Right? Same with bot. These guys got fucked, right?
Yeah.
So the only way to help, like the only way to carry this game is to unfuck them by making risks, you know, like creating something. Now, if you think my champ is so strong that I don't care about this champ, like I immune, like for example, let's say you immune Olaf, in the sense of like Olaf can be as fed as he wants to be, you will demolish him anyway. You do not need to go out of your way to unfuck your NR, because I don't care if Olaf is fed. If I'm fed, Olaf is fed, I'll destroy him.
Yeah.
If Olaf is fed and I'm not fed, we're losing anyway. So I do not need to go out of my way to help him. But just keep that in mind. Here in this game, you are extremely incentivized to attack the Kalista. And like I said, this would be the moment, right? This would be the moment where you do this crazy play, right? Technically, I think if you want to be like a little bit safer, you can do Raptors into recall and then move here.
Yeah.
A little safer. That's what I would do, like a middle ground. But the incentive, like I would still really want to find a gank angle here on either mid or bot and force hard because Silas needs relief. He needs help, and bot lane needs help. They both need help. So I will take like here. I will just skip this. And instead, I will live here, right? I will do this into walkout. If I deem, like right now, if my Silas even could give me information, it would be so huge, right? Like if you spam ping your Silas ward here, and he can ward for you here, my lord, suddenly you can make exactly the decision you need to make to win this game.
Okay.
Right? So finding help. But that's not what I care about as much, telling your teammates what to do. What I really care about is that you identify where we need to help people. Because you will have timers.
Yeah.
Agreed, right?
Yeah.
The matter is of where we are going to spend them. All right, fantastic. Directly into the next game. Beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Love that.
Now, I don't know actually the top matchup. I think mid he obviously gets destroyed up until he doesn't anymore. That would be in a long time, I think. But top, I'm actually not sure how they interact.
Okay. Basically, levels 1 to 3, Yon wins, and then Jax takes a steaming hot poopy on his forehead.
Okay.
Unless Yon is like way better than Jax, then it's playable. But he needs to be not way better, but he needs honestly he needs to be pretty much just better. So it's a pretty rough matchup. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry about the camera, like the drawings. That is life. I will fix it for the next. I'll move my camera for the next thingy. I'll move my camera. Sorry. All right. So again, like right now, your brain should be cooking. You know, like so. Okay, we press tab, right? So hold tab for me, and I'll run through what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm thinking right now, bot lane matchup. That's a total fucking wild card. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen there, but I know that if Bard has no flash, she's kind of a free kill for me if I have flash. Ezreal will be harder to kill, but I'm down. If nothing happens anywhere else, I'm down to burn my flash to get 400 gold in that guy's forehead. If not, Killing mid is huge, because my mid laner will start winning if I kill mid. So if I can level 3 gank this guy and kill him, great. 4 gank, 5 gank, doesn't matter. Like, if I killed Rumble, it's huge for the game, because my caster will get unleashed. Like, he will start winning the matchup, which is huge. Top matchup, I think it's hard for me to gank, but I'll be opportunistic. If I can help Yone survive, good. If I can help Yone get kills, also good, right? So this game, you're being opportunistic. You're using your timings into top, unless top is disastrous, and then we will try to gank Bard. We'll try to get something going bot. But for the most part, we are opportunistic this game. No angles are free. There's nothing like clear to play for, so we are just going to make sure that we have an efficient clear, and we are only going to leave our jungle on high percentage plays.
Yeah.
Because it's just unlikely that anything happens by nature, that our champs are just scaling, doing their own thing. They warded your Raptors, so keep that in mind.
Yeah. I have a sweeper soon.
Like, if you wanted to gank, you could have. But again, I'm not sure that would have been necessarily a good idea. I'm just saying you could have ganked from bottom side on the Rumble there, because you warded your top side. Here, also after red, you can also look for a gank.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I mean being opportunistic, you know? Like, really take some time to look at the mid wave, because you're taking information very quickly, but really look at mid mostly. Because right now, top, it does not matter as much as mid. Your top is surviving, the way it's bouncing into him, he can just scale. Really, what is super spicy is the mid lane situation. If you can, not spicy, sorry, but like, neither lane is spicy, so that's why you should pick the most valuable lane to gank, which would be mid in this case. Now, what you're doing is totally good. I like what you're doing. Stay in fog. It's really good.
I don't think I can do much top.
That's fine. Then we'll go Raptors into recall. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not an issue. Again, can you loop around and gank mid here? Is that an angle? Probably not. Sejuani will gank the counter, right? So here, just sweep his ward and clear the camp in the meanwhile. We're chilling. No stress. Like, we can give her 2 crabs. It doesn't matter. 2 crabs don't matter.
Yeah.
What matters this game is not advantages in jungle. It doesn't matter. You getting 2 crabs, her getting 2 crabs, doesn't make any difference. But you ganking mid, huge difference. Look at mid. Right? Look how healthy is Rumble. I didn't see. Okay.
No,
okay. Let's just he has base TP, right? So we're chill. We can just recall here. Buy double longsword and let's walk out.
What's your thoughts on
same idea here, right? So he has no ignite Rumble. What, sorry?
What's your thoughts on pinks?
Good if you know how to use them. If you don't know how to use them, they're worthless. I think you're okay with using them, so it's fine. You can buy them if you want. For the most part, buying 1 is fine. Never buy 2. So here she did double crab. Now her tempo is delayed. She pathed into top because we saw her crossing mid over a ward. That means right now your Gromp is respawning. Her bot camp is respawning.
Yeah.
Her Krogs. Do you want to attack Krogs? Probably not. Too risky. Too deep, right? So here I would do Gromp into her Raptors personally.
Yeah. Right? I just want to see if they have. Yeah, they have a ward. So they even saw me.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you could have looked for a gank bot. I'm fine with that. So here I would do Gromp into her Raptors, because the tempo she used into second crab is tempo that she will have to give up to do her golems now. So right now you do this, you tunnel over into her Raptor area, and we will fight there. If we can manage to chunk the Rumble there, that's also super valuable, right? Super valuable. So here she has a choice: take bad tempo or look to lose the tempo from the crab or thingy. Rumble is moving, so we can look to gank him here. He wards. Careful, he can one-shot you. Oh, yeah, be careful. All good. We got Sejuani flash, not the end of the world. All right, press tab.
So that's right.
So there... yeah, because we wasted a lot of time moving. Like, I think if we insta-did Gromp into her Raptors, we could have done it. Also, I think she had a ward in River, maybe. Either way, not the end of the world. We got Sejuani flash, traded our flashes. Also, you created an opportunity to potentially attack Rumble here.
Yeah.
Right? So, again, good play by Sejuani, but not the end of the world. You are making proactive plays around the lane that you want to be playing around, and that's what matters. Use the timing into mid. Was it good? No. Not this time. Maybe next time it'll be better, though. But again, being around mid and helping this guy breathe is huge. Your bot lane 1 and your top lane 1, I think. No?
Yeah.
Big. Nice. So here, on this reset, we're probably not going to be able to do anything proactive, right?
Yeah, I'm a little lower in Sejuani's top.
Look at top situation. Can Jax come top and then freeze with Sejuani's help? Yes or no? And then also, like, can I counter gank that? How do I play that if that happens, right? Think about that.
Yeah.
Like right now, you can gank Jax if you tunnel in after he EQs, right? Before that, it's worthless. So think about that as well.
Yeah, I think I just want to reset because I think he just one-shots me. But yeah, the
wave, then let's go crab. So yeah, you get one shot if you go first, but if you go second, you one shot them. So keep that in mind. So here Yone finds actually a good angle. Let's participate in this play. I like that. Hover for the play. Rumble no flash. This looks dead, right? The play's over. We just back up. Oh, okay, maybe not. I think this is over though, personally. Okay, this guy's forcing. So if he's forcing, we follow up, right? So we're to jump in here, hit the first guy. Are you gonna create anything here? Probably not. So we just back off, play it slow. Nicely done. And here we're just playing to run,
Yep.
right? We're not doing anything here. We chunked. We did our job. We just backping our team. If they die here, it's their problem. We're not coming, obviously. So we're just gonna finish our camp and recall here. That is the best we can do.
Does this dot mean that a ward died?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
The red dot means that the ward had died in that position. So here I'd sell my pink and go pickaxe personally, but if you want to go thingy plus ruby, you can.
I like it.
I just find, like I said, this game, if I have ruby crystal, I will go, like, even if I have ruby crystal, if I go first, I'm fucked. I'll get one shot by their champs.
Yeah.
And if I go second, I one shot them anyway. Like, I need to one shot them, right? So that's the idea. Is that this game, you will use your laners as bait unless they're inting, right? Like, Rumble's inting, you can one shot them. If they're starting Drake here, look at the situation. Actively look, absorb information of what's happening. You know, absorb information. What spells are being used? What are they doing? How are they doing it? Right now, is this Drake contestable? Doesn't look that good. You can't take info without potentially dying. So we're gonna do blue here, and we're gonna be ready to kite it into the Drake if it looks good, right? Does this Drake look good? I don't think so. The Drake is gone. Let's just get level 6 here, and then now we will leverage our base advantage by pressing somewhere. Make sense? So we need 6. I mean, ideally we get 6 on Grump, but it's fine. You can already look here if you want. I'd play to get 6 here, so maybe you can invade on chickens here, maybe?
Yeah, I was looking for chickens. They should be up now.
Careful, Rumble is moving,
Yeah.
right? We're not 6. He can one-shot us. We just back off. We just back off here. Let's go wolves. It's not. Nothing is possible. Nothing is possible. Rumble is defending. It's too hard. So let's just go farm. We hit level 6, and then we can leverage our level 6 here. When we have level 6 now here, maybe we can do something. I don't know. He's spam pinging you. I don't know. Is he freezing? Like, what is Jax freezing? Yeah, he is. So he needs help. So let's do wolves straight into the top, right? So we're just gonna do wolves into the top. There's nothing else we can really do.
Sejuani's basing
that
now.
is life. Sejuani's basing? Yeah, most likely. So we're just gonna do wolves into the top. Like, again, ideally we keep farming and hit level 7, and we'll be 7 to 6 for Sejuani. Slash gank mid. I mean, it sucks that this happened top, and unironically, I don't know what you guys can do about it because 2v2 is too weak, but mid gank looks really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop on mid.
Mid gank is really good.
I think,
again, sometimes your champs are just ass against the enemy champ, right? And you'd have a hard time making a play. That happens. Let's walk top here. Let's get opportunistic, right? So here, let's just lane gank top, and then let's sit in lane. So don't go that way. Yeah, sit in lane, and then you just sit behind, and when Jax EQs, uses both spells, you tunnel underneath his ass, and you give him hell.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, he needed to input buffer result. Oh, this can work still, maybe. It's pretty rough, though. Okay, no, this is good. Nice block. Oh, fuck, we didn't block it. That's okay. Just give this guy as much damage as you can, this Sejuani. Save your E for Jax and just E Jax. Beautiful. See what I mean? Opportunistic, right? So this is what I mean. It's like there, it's like the Jax is freezing. When he uses E, you can tunnel, and we want a 2v2. That's fine. So here, you can do this, but be ready to tunnel away over walls.
Yeah.
Here, over the wall. Beautiful. All right, let's go red. It's fine. It's used.
Wait,
actually, no, we need help. Yeah. We do. We killed this guy. If Fiona has Q3, we one-shot him in a flush on him. Smite. Okay, solid stuff. Sucks a bit that he died, but we take it. Nice. How much gold do we need per item?
Fuck. 88.
One camp. Yeah. See, this is why we check. Very good. Sorry for the backseating a bit.
No,
I'm just, I'm just trying to help you get the idea of the speed of the decision making, right? So here right now, the information you will get off mid, right? Right now, I want you to track on bottom side, which waves can I play on top side, which waves can I play on.
Okay.
And as you're looking, look at your teammates' decisions, right? So right now, bot lane, am I going to make it for the next wave? No. Right now, this wave, am I going to make it? No. So my first play can be on 1035. Is there any good play on the 1035 wave? What is the best play, right?
I think best play probably is to get either a gank top or mid and then look for Herald. Especially since Shaco died.
So red into top or mid? I like that.
I'm going to call Shaco here.
You're going to make yourself available.
Yeah. I'm going to call Shaco here because she has static and the wave was pushing, so she was fine either way. Sure.
Cassinan got pushed out, so Cassinan is not participating on the 1035 wave.
Maybe.
I like it, yeah. You're looking. It's good. 1035 wave, mid, they have mid power, right? Because Cassinan got pushed out and chunked, so we cannot make a play mid anymore. I mean, either we make a play with, if you feel strong enough to make a play without Cassinan, then I guess you could force mid. But realistically speaking, mid is dead play here.
Yeah, I did not expect Guardian.
That's okay.
But I think we call this off, no?
Well, you're down Kassadin, so
Yeah,
you tell
yeah,
me.
we call this off.
Okay. So, which wave is the next play we can make, and where can we make it?
Well, I'm thinking mid probably, because Kassadin is off of reset.
Okay. So this wave, we are 3v3 mid. That's what you want to do. It makes sense to me. Again, you're gonna have to play it well, you know, like at the end of the day. Like these situations when you're 3v3 mid equal numbers, you still have to play it just well, right? So here we're invading at the bottom side,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Does it stand to reason that the golems would be up? I think so. Do you want to attack the golems and fight
Yeah.
there? Do you want to just chill? Do you want to look for Bard here?
Golems are not up.
That's fine. That's fine. Can we dive this guy on the next wave?
I think we just might, I think.
Alright, I like it. Well, then he is fucked. Just sit underneath the tower and collect your gold. Nice job. Can we ult on this guy and kill him? Maybe. I mean, I think. Oh, okay. We can't anymore. I think Bard is. Oh, sorry. Rumble is coming now. I mean, okay. Well, fuck it. Alright. Is Rumble coming? Absolutely. Yeah. Is he ulting on our heads? Absolutely. So, do we do Drake here? Yes or no?
Yeah, we can. Like we have mid prio. The guys are dead.
Yeah. 2 people are dead. So again, Bard use Splash. Okay, so the next step of this is also track summoner spells, because that's gonna help you make like easy plays, right? No sums, easy plays. So here, do you feel stress? Do you feel like you need to play the game fast? Yes or no?
No.
All right, then collect your bounty. You know. All right, time to farm. Peace.
You think I do?
No, I don't. I'm just again. I think it is fair for you to take tempo here and play in the top side quickly. I think it's also fair for you to farm this wave out and take it slow. Well, that was awkward.
Yeah.
I did not expect that, but again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change. Again, Shaco dying does not change the urgency of the game. Like, Yon dying might, Kassadin dying might, but your support dying right now doesn't change the urgency of the game. So, they used our bot.
Ideally, I just cover here, because I don't think we win. But she looks fine.
Yeah, if you go first, you don't win. Yeah. That still hasn't changed. Be mindful of her getting portaled on still. So ideally there, I would want you to hover until the wave is gone, and then you can back up. That makes sense? Like once she's killed the wave.
Yeah.
Or like it's
I thought she would one-shot since she has static. But I guess that's not the case.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I said, I want you to just look at the actual wave and then make that decision.
That's nice.
That guy griefed mid. Oh, he W'd. Okay. Can we collect mid here? I think you can, right? You can participate here, right? Shaco's making a play. I would like you to make a play. I know, but I want you to participate in that for the most part. Like, that's a really good habit to participate there. All right, nice. Let's move out. So here, Jax just got a kill. Let's press. Let's open chat here. I want you to open the chat list. Every time you're out of base, press tab, open the chat list, scroll up. Let's see. Did anyone ping us anything useful? You know, the summoners are down. Yes or no? Let's see.
No, you didn't ping anything.
No one ping sums. Useless fucking team. Honestly, what the fuck.
That's what you get when you play low master.
I mean, what the fuck? Like, I can't believe it. Like, guys on streams, like, when you're watching, please ping the sums, yeah? So he sees you because you... Oh, what the fuck? He went in anyway? Yeah, this is good.
Okay, that's a little bit...
Okay, this is not good. Get the fuck out!
No!
Run.
This guy just fucking killed me.
That was awkward. Yeah, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Well, it's not okay because you have a big ass shutdown, but it's okay because it's, you know, it is what it is. So there, we underestimated, actually. We underestimated the move timer from Bard. It's my bad. I didn't consider Sejuani and Bard could both be top, but it makes sense. They just made a play bot. They killed Kaisa. Yeah. They're going to base and move in the top side, defend their top side, right? When you make a gank bot and enemy jungler has good tempo on you, it makes sense to call your support to come and help defend the thingy. So we messed up there because we didn't consider that Kassadin was not available for a play. And if he was available and he didn't move, then we didn't consider that we didn't call him. And like maybe it was not clear for him that we were making a proactive play there and needed to involve him. So it's okay.
I think it's fine.
Again, do you want to make your own play bot here by doing Raptors into bot? Or do you... I mean, I would do Raptors because I'm here anyway, but you don't need to, I agree. Like, do you want to make your own play here, or do you want to fight the people that are fighting?
I want to fuck up Ezreal, because I think I can mess them up.
Sure. Like, look at Rumble, right? Like, this guy's overextended. No tower mid, right?
Yeah.
I think you can just kill him as well with Kassadin dogging him down in the lane. Right now it's too... Like, I think maybe... Okay, yeah. And this looks good. Nice, very nice. He's just dead. Beautiful. Well played. Right? Do we extend this play? Do we take another turn here?
I can just stick this camp, I think. So I see Bard and Ezreal bot.
Yeah, they're both low though. So do we extend the turn and keep going? Keep digging for more? I think so. No.
I don't want to do it.
Sure. Small thing there. I think you could have killed Bard and then maybe killed Ezreal if you just unborrowed and smite Ard.
Oh yeah, that's
because
true.
you would have seen the thingy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm missing
Small
some mechanics on this champion.
That's okay. Don't worry. That's a small thing. Honestly, I don't know if I would have spotted it myself if I were playing. It's just easier to see when I'm watching, right? Again, here, right. What is our next play, right? What are we thinking about? What is the urgency of that play? Do we need to, do we want to get into topside here and play with all of our homies?
I think killing Rumble.
Or do we delay the play?
I think killing Rumble into Drake would be probably best here, since Kassadin is actually stronger, and I think Rumble has no flash, if I remember correctly.
Okay. We think that, but we don't know, right? So keep that in mind.
Yeah,
if you don't know, don't assume. That's usually I've never gone wrong by assuming they have flash when they don't. But sometimes I bait myself by saying they do and then they don't.
This looks like a free kill if I ever seen
Sorry,
one.
they don't and then they do. No, take it. Nice. I like the smite. Nice. Well played. Check the timers, right? Check the timers. Is pushing out bot better? Is running to Herald and doing Herald and then doing Drake better? Like, I probably just do this, right? Natural stuff. Natural stuff. So here, your whole team is making a play topside.
Yeah.
What should you be doing?
Take the Drake.
Okay, and if you're gonna take the Drake, what should you be letting your team know?
That's not good. To be careful, top.
Basically, you have two options: connect, make the same play they do, or let them know I'm not coming. So right now, ping your team, let them know I'm not coming. You guys are outnumbered. Good chance you will all die.
Yeah, Jax is bot though, so I can't really take the Drake.
So you could take the Herald and join your team. Like, that's a way to connect with your team, right? It's play on the same side, isn't it?
Yeah.
In this case, they're basing, right? Which way are they available? Is it this one? The one that's out of base? No. Next one. So we do a camp.
Yeah.
So we do blue. After blue, Kai'Sa will be available. Then we make our play. Because right now we're waiting for Shaco and Kai'Sa to be available. That's why we need to do one camp. Hover first. I like it. Good habit. That's a Mephisto thing, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm not as strict on it. But I like it. Alright? Use a stun. After stun, our turn. I like that. Good.
I'm thinking of going in, but I can't really. Now I can.
There you go. Beautiful. I love the patience. I think I 100% agree with that as well. Like, you couldn't go until they went. And then they went and you aced them. Really well done. So here, can we do Herald before it despawns? Probably not. Do we, like here, I think you do Drake. You can do like 1 or 2 camps, or you can insta-base. It's up to you. I think you have all the time in the world. If you want to go Shojin. I think it's a cleaver game personally, but I'm
You
down
think
for
so?
Shojin.
Did you see the win rate of Shojin? You probably didn't, but it's actually crazy. On Rek'Sai?
No, I haven't actually seen it. Honestly, I don't know. I have a hard time. Like, it sounds pretty good. I don't know. Like, the reason why I like Cleaver this game is because it just makes sure that you shit on Sejuani and that you can. Like, I find that Rumble should go Zhonya's this game, so I find that the extra juice will be nice to fuck them up. But maybe you don't need it at all, So just do your thing.
I'll play Shojin since I'm adjusted to it at this point. This shit is blasted, man.
Don't worry. Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Go for it. Take it easy. Again, here, the speed at which you make the play should be aligned with your laners. Right now, you are just following your laners. They want to play, go play. Disruptor camp, illegal if they're playing the game. You know what I mean? That's how it should feel. You should be connected with your team. Like right here, just like I want you to grab the red and then move.
Yeah.
Because your team is gaming, so you must game. Your team is gaming, you game. Your team is not gaming, you don't game. Like, you're gaming right now, Like, there's a TP there. What the fuck? You're ignoring the TP. Like, what the fuck? Okay. We're gaming. Really good. We're gaming. Oh, nice bait. Nice, I like that. Nice bait. You're baiting well. And look at that. Beautiful. Baron or Baron?
And AFF. Very nice.
Beautiful. Lovely stuff. So I was talking a lot more, because again, I don't. This will be the last review here, because I also wanted to go through some of the concepts that I want you to be thinking about, and we'll be reviewing them now in this game. But you see the difference between urgency and no urgency, and then opportunistic and not being opportunistic.
Yeah.
So the idea is Yon Jax, super spicy matchup, and the wave is being frozen. Yes.
Yeah.
So why was it good to hover for that play? Because if you take, let's say you took two cams, I'll go over it in the specific scenario, but let's say you take two cams, does that change the flow of the game?
What, are you showing me a specific scenario?
No, I'm not showing you anything. I'm talking from memory. If you don't remember, then I'll just scream it. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't remember actually. No.
I always review through memory. So for me, like I remember the most important situations in the game very quickly. But I'll show you.
Yeah, I have that with StarCraft, not quite with League yet.
Makes sense. So here is the flow of the game changing if you do this into top.
Oh, it can change. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Does the flow of the game change if you just do two cams and then react to a top gank?
Yeah.
You think? I don't think.
You don't think so?
Well, I think this guy right now, if you do these two cams, you'll be late. This guy will start contesting this wave before you arrive. Right?
Yeah.
So does the flow of the game change if you hit level 7 here? Does that change anything for the 2v2 top? Is that something you need to wait for?
I mean, I guess I'm a little bit stronger with level 7.
Yeah, but you're a little bit stronger, but does it make the difference?
No.
Does the position make a difference?
Yeah.
That's why I want to do the lane gank here.
Yeah.
Because you being here and then being able to threaten going lane and coming from lane, tunneling from lane is a huge difference. Because Yon will be able to change the way he plays. He will be able to hug the top side of the wall like this, right? He'll be able to hug this area, and if he queues in ever, he will just get fucked by you. Right?
Yeah.
You being here, right, threatening to be here, and being first on the gank means that Yon can trade with Jax, and if Jax uses Q, he gets fucked.
Yeah.
See? You being here is a big difference. You doing this camp and doing this camp right now and hitting level 7 changes nothing for this situation. But because you are here, in fact, if Yon is really good, he would have input buffered his ult right there. Because he knows that if input buffers his ult on the Jax stun, what happens? You tunnel, you knock him up, you CC chain him, this guy is getting fucked. His health bar is disappearing.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he will be really low HP, and this will translate into crashing this wave into a Herald.
Yeah.
Right? If the Yon plays better. Now, the end outcome of the situation is actually still pretty good in the end. Yeah, just here, like I said, the gameplay really good to hold that E, yeah? Huge, massive difference here. Holding your E was a massive difference.
Boom.
Because there, you chomp his ass instead of getting one shot.
Eaten.
Beautifully done. Really nice. Here with the Rumble, right? Like just here, I'd pass through here. I wouldn't start the Herald yet. I would pass through here. I'd start the Herald in the back of the pit, and I would just E over the wall if he comes. But he goes a bit early. He blows his load. You E out. And then here, I was backseating you, so you hesitated. My bad. What you're doing is correct. What you're doing is correct. You should make sure that this guy can push out, because if this guy overextends, he can potentially die to your flash.
Yeah.
Bit early on the flash, but it's not a big deal. We kill him. We're chilling. So here you say insta base, but actually we needed a bit more gold. So good thing we checked.
Yeah.
Yay. Stride Breaker. So here's a small thing. Here you have an opportunity to just acknowledge the fact that you can actually do all three of your topside camps and then base for Stride Breaker. If you think that you basing for tempo is not going to allow you to contest this Herald. The argument is that because you extended your turn and you killed Rumble, that Sejuani and Jax should get this. Because you and Kassadin are weaker than them 2v2.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
So, I want to acknowledge that you have a little tempo trick you can do here, which is just not basing for your item, actually doing all three of these camps, and then you will just live in the bottom side. You will just terrorize this area. For the next 2 minutes, literally. Like, you will just not come back topside until like 12 minutes. So you'll do these three camps, and you will just go here, and then you will just walk here and just terrorize people. You'll just be a sand shark, you know? Mid wants to play the game, tunnel. Bot wants to play the game, tunnel. And you know that Sejuani will either have done her camps here and then be topside, right?
Yeah.
Because this is what she's doing right now. This is option number 1. Option number 2, she's run straight to Herald, like I mentioned. This is the line, right? She run straight to Herald, and then you will collect all her camps.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a bit advanced. Just letting you know, that's a good option. If you need to the game, you want to make a play into bottom side, you know you need to make something proactive happen, is you greed here. You take all the camps so that you don't care about your top side anymore. You don't need to be here for the next 2 minutes, and you just completely fist their bottom side for the next 2 minutes. You don't care anymore. You recall, run straight to enemy bot, and you just live here. You just literally just live in their bottom side, give them all nightmares. Because you're 10-minute Stridebreaker Rek'Sai. Instead, we're opportunistic into topside still, right? We know this top lane matchup is still volatile, so we're still going to be playing topside, which I like. Here, a small thing, right? Is our Kassadin available on this wave?
Is Kassadin, what do you say? Kassadin?
Available? Is he available on this
no.
wave? Can we contest?
No.
This wave, he cannot contest.
Yeah.
Next wave, can he contest?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. We'll have to reassess. This is gameplay, right? Right here, we'll have to look, actively look. So one thing I see is that you're gathering a lot of info by F key, but you're not taking the moment to look. Sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
You're looking at your teammates' POV, but you don't actually look at the enemy champs. You don't. Sometimes you see their POV, but you don't see the enemy's champions. Like, I remember the situation here. When we got you didn't see Rumble's health bar this entire time.
Yeah.
How can you know how to play if you don't know how low he is? If that guy's one hit, I fucking better hope you're sprinting down here, right?
Yeah.
So here, you see this guy dying, right? You'll see Kassadin, like you'll F key the Kassadin being low. And right now, here, I've had your POV. You didn't know how low Rumble was. For all we know, this Rumble is 300 health right now, and it can actually kill him.
Yeah. That's true. You know,
Right.
this is like a mechanical issue though, because I move around the map with F keys and drag scroll, so it's a little bit awkward for me to all of a sudden start using left mouse.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could drag scroll.
So,
what the fuck?
you see how I move like my camera? That's always
yes,
drag scroll, but it's actually more precise because I have always my camera is centered all the time. I'm not sure if you saw that.
No, it makes sense. No, I see it. Just like I said, if you can find a way to actually get that info, that would be.
Yeah. I will.
If you can,
I have to focus on it to do it. You know, it doesn't come as natural as.
Makes sense, yeah. So here, like I mentioned, right? So here you gave up the crab, right? You gave up the crab, but you're here doing Gromp. She's here doing this. You'll be same tempo if she doesn't base. But why is that fine? To contest this anyway.
Yeah.
Why is that fine?
Because I'm ahead in items.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So here, if she wants to do this and like she wants to maintain her tempo, she will pay with an item difference that you should be able to leverage here. Now you can't leverage it because this champ is literal Thanos, so sucks. I still like the idea of checking. The reason why it ended up being kind of shit is because you got spotted here. What I wanted you to do is tunnel through here.
Yeah.
Because you have a pink here, so if you tunnel through here, they won't see you. The reason why they saw you is because you walked over this.
That's true.
And that's why Rumble reacted, and that's why she reacted.
Did you just not see
but
that?
Normally... Huh?
Did I just not see that when I walked through it? That he was spotting me?
I mean, yes.
Nice.
Which is kind of troll because you know she took bot crab. But anyway, if you tunnel through here, you'll be in this pink. Very good chance. In fact, look at their POV. Right, this is the best way to realize vision play. Right, how to learn vision play. You see how if you tunnel through here, this guy will never do that. He'll just walk up with this wave. Right, he's incentivized to walk with the wave and push out Kassadin. Guess what happens?
Yeah, and I just take the Raptors.
Take a splash.
Yeah.
Fuck him up or take the Raptors, yoink. It's up to you. I'd probably just gank him because you're playing Rek'Sai, so it makes sense to help the Kassadin. Because like I said, denting this guy's early game and keeping a very strong early game for Kassadin is game changing for this one. So just letting you know, right? Vision play there. Not a big deal. We end up actually getting Sejuani flash for our flash. I mean, it wasn't worth it, but fuck it. You know, like, mistakes happen. We kind of walked like a little donkey here.
Yeah.
Our bad. Chill. Farming. Again, we're opportunistic. Here, you participate in the fight. We tried our best to stop our teammates from inting. If they int anyway, so be it. Moving into bottom side. Again, same situation with the Drake. Is this a good Drake to contest? Yes or no?
Nah.
Well, we need information to know. And no one is giving us information. If you walk here, what happens to you?
I just get popped.
You get fucking stunned into a wall and fisted. You can input buffer E out, but do you get any meaningful information? Probably
Yeah,
not.
no.
Rumble is still really strong. Ezreal is here quite strong. Like, they're just having a way better position than us, and it's hard for us to connect, right? Like, people are just disconnected as hell. So Rumble can over on this guy, and these guys can 2v3 you and Shaco. Meanwhile, Kai'Sa's trying to get in, and it's just a mess.
Yeah.
So instead of doing this whole mess, what did we do? We hit level 6 ASAP and then make our own play. That's what I want you to do, okay? You need 2 camps to hit 6 here, so I want you to hit 6 and then make your own play. So here, just make sure that you're identifying that for you, because you have this information, right? So you see from your POV here, you have the information that the enemy team did Drake, that Rumble is stronger, and you know actually that she's 6 on Sejuani. Now, she's low, but keep in mind, again, Thanos, he's coming to stop you from invading. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the most frustrating champs in the game for this reason when you're playing against Rumble mid, especially when you don't have a Rumble mid. Like, junglers lose their fucking minds. I applaud your patience. But I know, like, I've played with some like, I'll just name it, but like, I've played with Selfmade in the past, and like, whenever this happened, he would fucking mold, you know? Like, he would lose it.
Yeah.
I can never do anything early game. Like, first 15 minutes of the game, Rumble just walks anywhere he wants and swings his dick around. Nothing you can do about it. Just fucking does whatever the fuck he wants and always wins every skirmish.
I don't even know
I
what he
mean-
actually does. I know that he throws some stuff at me and flames, and he one-shots people.
I mean, this is one spell, okay? Like this danger zone is something he can maintain at 100% of 100% of uptime. So yeah, he does 500 damage at level 7
Jesus
with
Christ.
one spell, roughly, even more. And then his base damage here is 36 plus 6% max health damage, and he has 77% attack speed. So every auto attack when he's on overheat, he does literally like 100 fucking damage. And then the base damage on this is also 100 and something, and he has 2 stacks. And obviously the base damage on this ult is also disgusting. So basically this champ is just Thanos. That's why I said like Rumble is Thanos. This champion hits you for 2 seconds when he's overheat, you will one-shot you. That's why we are scaling. On the flip side, he scales with like fucking dog shit. But anyway, like I mentioned, just to identify why this play is good. Why? First and foremost, number one reason making a top play right now is good is because Thanos is disabled. Thanos cannot include himself.
Yeah.
So when you're playing against a hyper early game champ and you have the opportunity to make a play when he is not available, that's a big deal. No Thanos.
Yeah.
Big deal. I'm not joking. If you do these 2 top camps, he bases and then walks out top river, you cannot play the game anymore.
Yeah, I believe it.
Because your Kassadin can still not match him. So when Thanos is disabled, we can make a play. Next one. Position is greater than levels, right? Position is greater than champion strength. The positioning matters more of the fight, and the angle you come in to counter matters more than you being stronger. These are the 2 reasons why we are opportunistic and skipping these camps for a counter gank right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 3 is timing, technically, right? Timing is also highly important. Yone is coming with the wave. If you do a camp, you will be late.
Yeah.
Being late is not good.
Yeah.
Not to mention that Sejuani is also looking to attack. It's a freeze, right?
Yeah.
So Sejuani is looking to attack this too. So you being first, also a big deal. Make sense?
Makes sense.
These are the 3 reasons.
Yeah.
Timing, enemy early game champ can't be here, and the positioning is too important. Being here in the right position matters more. Like, the Jax even played it well, honestly. Like I said, he would have gotten fucked anyway, because Yone should input buffer his ult, in my opinion, there. I think near the end of his counter-strike, you know? And then you can tunnel, knock him up, and you guys will probably kill him.
Yeah.
But anyway, really good. And then here, this guy took like an trade mid into, like, he's an early game champ, he roams, dies, Castellan's taking plates, enemy Nexus is exploding in front of our eyes right now, you know? Like, they're fucked.
Yeah.
Like, this is just BG for them, you know? Like, their strongest member just came top to trade 3 for 1. Meanwhile, he's getting outscaled by this fucker.
Yeah.
The game is just doomed. Like I said here, if you are feeling urgency, I'll remind you, if you're feeling urgency, you can base and make a play, right?
Yeah.
Base and move out somewhere topside. Like, move out to somewhere that you can make a play, right? Either contest Herald or walk into our bottom side.
Mm-hmm.
You can definitely attack these camps, right? You can attack these camps and make your own play bot. Question is, you killed her, you made an extra, you extended your play, your tempo is bad. When your tempo is bad, I want you to think one of 2 things. Give a play back and make my own play, or try to counter the plays they're making right now.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So here, am I countering Sejuani's play by coming late and trying to counter it? Or do I make my own play and create my own tempo to make my own play?
Mm-hmm.
It is up to you.
Yeah.
In this case, Kassadin doesn't give you an option. Because he's literally seppukuing his own tempo to
Based God.
get fucked by Bard on chickens. Literally. He fucked his own tempo to do nothing. So you don't really have a choice. You can only take tempo.
Yeah.
Or opportunistic gank, right? Which is like, well, you know, here you're hovering, right? You're saying, I'm coming, you're paying on the way, which is good, right? I'm just saying. He killed your options. So now you only have one choice, which is do opportunistic. So you tunneling in here, good or bad?
Going here, bad.
Yeah. Yeah, because this guy is absolute negative tempo.
Yeah. That's
So the
my
only thing you
herald
can do
anyway.
is do this and opportunistically gank either top or mid,
Yeah.
or make your own tempo into bot, right? Which is farm, go bot, or farm, go bot. That's why this is bad. Because this guy is completely worthless. If this guy was strong and could match Rumble right now, they're trading, they're exchanging, this guy has this guy pushed out Jax, this tunnel would be very good. Because you're actively buying time, you're looking for something. Oh, sorry, not tunnel. The tunnel would be bad because then you die.
Yeah.
But the blast cone is good because you can tunnel out. For clarity, right? So keep that in mind. So again, to reiterate, when you have good tempo, wait, I'll just write it down in Notepad, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll just talk to you about it. I won't even write it down. I'll just tell you. And then you can watch the VOD if you need a reminder.
Mhm.
Good tempo, right, is my own play,
Yeah.
right? Your own play. or defend.
Yeah.
Bad tempo, we cannot make our own play because we have bad tempo, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I went back too far. We cannot make our own play, but we can create tempo, right? We can sack whatever the play is that they're making to make our own tempo or defend.
Mm-hmm.
Defending in bad tempo, right?
Yeah.
So you can still defend in bad tempo. You're alive late to the party. Now you'll have to make a judgment call whether or not that matters. But the point is here you sack the Herald and you made your own play in the bottom side. This Ezreal's getting fucked no matter what. As long as you play decent. Small thing here, just make sure he doesn't like E-flash over you and some bullshit, right? So just you played it well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Don't let that happen. Like here I was thinking on the Bard. Like you could maybe just like ult on his head.
You think so?
Nah, not really. Nah. Like here is a bit risky to tunnel on his head, I find, because Sejuani could have come behind you, right? Because again, she on the flip side, right? This is your options, right? Right? You had good tempo. Oh, sorry. She had good tempo. She made her own play. You were creating tempo whilst she was making a play and made your own play. So guess what happened? Switcheroo.
Yeah.
So when you go for Bard here, you're ignoring the fact that she can choose to defend your play and come late.
Yeah.
She's not in time to help this guy. Because he fucked himself, right? He got stuck. But if he was good, he would have backed off, and on this wave, he would have come. So this is why we talk in minion waves. So to give you the full picture of competitive League of Legends, as a jungler, your tempo is bad on the 11:35 wave. Well, actually, your tempo is good, but your mid laner's tempo is dog shit.
Yeah.
So because your mid laner's tempo is dog shit, you can create tempo so that you can make a play on the 11:35 wave, because your Kassadin will never make it on 11:05.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying, I'll sack this wave, the one that's coming. Let's go back one more. Let's actually be more precise here in our discussion, because we love being precise. 10:05 wave, which is the wave that is being played right now. Sorry, not really. The 10:05 wave, we can't contest.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the wave that you came out of base, right?
Yeah.
Let's go back here. 10:05 wave. The 10:05 wave is the one that's here in the lane right now. Let me see. 10:05 wave, you are having bad tempo.
Yeah.
The wave is here and you are recalling. So you cannot contest the wave.
Yeah.
10:35 wave is the wave you want to contest, correct?
Yeah.
Because Kai'Sa's ready on this wave. He's ready on this wave. 10:35, he's ready. This guy should be ready on 10:35. But this is why what he's doing is so fucking bad, yes?
Yeah.
Because he literally took a fucking theoretical tempo gun and shot himself in the head with it.
Yeah.
Killed his tempo on the 10:35 wave completely. He cannot contest that wave at all. Normally, he should be doing this right now instead of Herald. Right here, this is what he should be doing. There's a wave right here. Why the fuck isn't he taking this wave, low? Like, just stand here, wait a bit. Take that wave, and then 10:35 wave we can play. The 10:05 wave we can't play because you're not there.
Yeah.
But 10:35, everyone would be able to make a play. Yone can make a play, Rek'Sai can make a play, Kassadin can make a play, Kai'Sa can make a play, Shaco can make a play. This is why this should have been the wave. Now, suddenly it is not the wave anymore because our Kassadin shot his tempo in the foot. So what is our response? What is our response? How can we make our own play? How do we make our own play?
How do we make our own play? Well, we definitely go where we have good tempo on that wave. Not mid though. So like Kai'Sa, for example, is on the wave. Yone is on the wave. I could go for that.
Okay. So what you do is you create your own tempo by doing the camps. Meanwhile, you're power farming camps whilst they make their play. So you establish that they're making a play. You get information on this, and as soon as you get the info, you go and get tempo.
Mm-hmm.
Because the idea is that he's doing Herald.
Yeah.
You are doing camps.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to choose between doing camps or matching you.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So, in terms of minion waves, you choose to give this on this minion wave. He makes a play on this wave, right? Right now, this is the 10:35 wave that's mid. He's making an active play as this wave is being played. The 11:05 wave. This is where we're looking to make a play.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Now, actually, we can't even make a play on the 11:05 wave because our Kassadin's tempo is so bad. Because he even stayed for a wave after breaking his tempo and ruining it. We don't even play on this wave. We actually play on the 11:35 wave.
Yeah.
Because now finally our Kassadin is available. And you say that you don't want to make a play with mid, right?
Yeah.
And if you could, I would love that. But mid is fucking broken. So mid is involved in every single play all the time.
Okay.
Always. That's why mid is broken. Because mid must be involved. Because mid is in the middle. Like he's in the middle.
Yeah.
It's less bad than it used to be because you can take the waves before mid laner can move. But including your mid laner is just broken. It just inherently is. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Why can you do this? Because Rumble is bad tempo and Kassadin has good tempo.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Like, you can do all of this. I mean, technically you can do this because you see Sejuani top and your Yon's making a play. Technically, right? He's just making plays, right? He's winning, which is great, right? Woo, right? So you can do this because you see Sejuani, but you could also just cast it instead of doing this and hovering top. What he should be doing is hovering you, and then even if Sejuani is here in Rumble, you guys would just 2v2 crap on them.
Yeah.
So again, the reason why you could make this play is because in these last two waves, you have just completely sacked your tempo. Your Kassadin completely sacked his tempo, and you just made tempo. You kept farming as you were waiting on Kassadin. Kassadin's available, you make your own play. Make sense?
Yeah. Man, this is
so if you
stuff.
wanted to play the game faster, let me ask you here. If you just skip your top camps and run straight bot on the 1035 wave, for example, like 1035 is the first wave you can play the game. Let's say you say, fuck it. I run straight into bot lane.
Yeah.
Can you make a play on the 1035 wave, yes or no?
Yeah, we can.
If Kai'Sa wants to slow push this, yes. If Kai'Sa wants to slow, she has Shiv, but still, I think she can slow down a little bit. But the point is like right now, you could be fucking bulldozing in here and pressuring on this wave and pressuring on this wave.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the idea. This is how you can identify, should I be playing faster or slower, is you look at which waves that your teammates are playing the game and whether or not you should be playing faster or slower. Like, Kai'Sa's been playing this entire time, still gaming. Now she's playing safe, which is actually, I think it's kind of bad. She saw that they were heroes too. She should have kept gassing, I think. Like, right now, she should be gassing gassing as in she should be hitting this tower, you know?
Yeah.
She doesn't need to hover for this because you guys are having good tempo. But anyway, here, enemy has negative tempo, right? On Sejuani, which is why you can look for this play.
Yeah.
Now, the Ezreal play, fantastic. Love it. You know for a fact you can't be there. The Bard play, you're playing in the edge a little bit, right?
Yeah. That's true.
But that's fine. So here, again, do you feel stressed? Yes or no?
No.
Right?
Yeah.
You need to create tempo right now.
Mm-hmm.
How do you create tempo after you make a play? So you were making a play and she's farming, yes?
Yeah.
So how can you create tempo?
Can play on the next wave. But
Exactly. You immediately play. You just recall and say, fuck this. I don't care about any of this. Instantly make another play and match Sejuani. Normally, however, one does not do that. One makes a play and then rewards himself by farming and then regains his tempo. He regains tempo by farming his own camps. So you will not be available on this wave, right? 1305. Yeah. 1235, you did Drake. 1305, we farm.
Yeah.
And then depending on how much you farm, you will either be available on the 1335 wave or the 1405 wave.
Yeah.
How much you slow the game down is extremely important to understand, and like why that is good. Here, you hovering for this is slowing the game down for one more wave. You will not be available in the 1335 wave, right? You hovering means you are defending on this wave. You are defending this wave, which means you will not make it to make a play on this wave.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like really weird in League where like the wave that spawns is really the wave that you're thinking about. It is not the wave that is currently on your screen that you are playing on. It is the wave that you are coming from base, because you as a jungler must leave your jungle and make it to the wave, right? Yeah. There's travel time involved. You need to be able to walk there and do something. Mm-hmm. So you are looking at this, not looking at this. This you can't interact with. By the time you get here, it's gone, right? Yeah. The wave is gone or the fight is over. This is ahead of time. I will have time to come and participate. So this is what you're really looking at. So here, again, we delayed our tempo to defend. And now we're saying, no more delaying. 1405, I'm PvPing. And look at you. Fucking Shark Tank. I don't know what the fuck they call it. You're a fucking bulldozer. Exactly. You see? Like, fuck this camp. That's why I said, fuck this shit, right? Like, you done your farming. You done your defending. The bulldozer is ready. You're fucking bulldozing into enemy jungle. Let's fucking fist fight. I'm ready to go. 1405, we're going. We're going with fist fight 1405. Oh, fuck. Bard had good tempo. We got fucked. Blows. Rewind. Why did we get fucked? Because again, in your terms, this was a great play. I loved it. Exactly what you did. I loved it. And one of my favorite things that I see is when junglers do this is eat up, make good tempo, and then skip the camps on the same side, because you can't lose the camps on the same side unless you're snoozing at the wheel, right? Yeah. Unless this guy is a fucking ninja. You can always come back and take this after you've gamed. Right? Yeah. Right now, it's time to game. Why did we get fucked? Let's go full screen and understand why did we get fucked. Let's look at Shaco's situation. Why is his tempo terrible? Why is this guy having shit tempo? Because he's bored. Literally. He's bored. He's doing bot wave. He thinks his job is farming creeps.
What a
Right?
beast.
This is why you got fucked
Yeah.
here. Because this guy's bored. Right? This guy, good tempo. Good. He TP'd into late. This guy TP'd into mid. Good tempo. Right? They use TP to fix their tempo.
Yeah.
You should have had Shaco conga lining in with you. And then here, this guy should be pushing the wave and instantly whoosh, sprinting in here. If Shaco is participating in this fight, Kassadin starts hovering. Is this fight good or bad?
If Kassadin is here, this is a wipe.
Well, I'm saying Kassadin is not here. He's coming. But
Yeah.
Shaco is here.
Yes, if Shaco is here,
this a good
yeah,
fight?
it's a good fight.
Shaco is here. You're buying time for Kassadin. Is it a good or bad fight?
Yeah, it's a good fight.
This is the beauty of the game. It will depend on the champions and the way they are playing.
Yeah.
That is why people love watching. Because I can't say, if you misplay here, you'll get eaten and you will get shit on before Kassadin arrives and it'll be a shit fight. If you play well, you buy time, you kite them, Kassadin will arrive, cavalry will come and you will feast on them and they will all get demolished. Normally, this should be a good fight as long as you know that you're buying time for Kassadin. This is the intent. You fight this with the intent that you know Kassadin is coming first, so we are waiting for him. Because he TP'd for tempo. So he matched recall with Rumble, right? They matched recall here, maybe?
Yeah.
Right? Both of them are in... Oh, actually, Rumble died even better. So you know he has better tempo.
Yeah.
We know he's in gray screen, right? So we know on this wave Rumble is going to be second because they're casted in TPs. We know Rumble is late. So we are going to always be fighting this with buying time. We're buying time, buying time, buying time, buying time. Now, normally our Shaco should be here. Now, again, we are human. He made a mistake. I don't think that this guy is particularly trying to int you by taking this bot wave. He was just trying to be opportunistic and kill this guy and take bot wave. It turned out he made a mistake. So we should compensate and not invade here because he fucked up.
Yeah.
And we are going to get outnumbered here, and this is just not a good fight. It sucks for you because you don't get to make your play on better tempo and you can't attack these camps, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it is better to play with your teammates than without. So one here must play slower. So let's just finish off the session here by looking at the last few waves and whether it makes sense when we're attacking and how we're attacking, right? So here, we just died. When you die, your tempo is shit. Why is your tempo shit? Because you didn't farm anything, right? So your tempo is shit. So what do you do here? This Sejuani was dicking around with Kassadin.
Yeah.
So because she was dicking around with Kassadin, instead of farming our camps, we're just gonna farm her camps. That's different, right? You're not you are making tempo by this is it's like a tempo hack, right? It's like you don't need to farm your own camps because you can just do hers instead and make a play whilst farming hers. So really good. Also, sometimes you don't need to have good you don't need to farm anymore.
Yeah.
You have infinite tempo because anywhere you go, you see a champ, you tunnel underneath him, you one-shot him. You don't care, at this point, fuck it, I can kill everyone. I don't need this fucking raptor camp to kill someone right now. I don't need to farm anymore, right? Just keep in mind that if you don't farm for 10 minutes, then suddenly people are going to be much stronger than you. So keep that in mind, right? So don't always do this, but sometimes you can just speed it up here. You had the notion that Sejuani has an ult, they've been fighting, her tempo's bad, I'm just going to invade her and take her camps. That's a good way of using of creating tempo as well, right? Instead of doing your own camps, doing their camps. Like I mentioned, small thing here, but unborrow here and just smite him into R. He's just dead, no counterplay. If he self-ults, he's still dead because we know he has no flash. I believe actually I don't know if he has no flash, but anyway, I think that's a small gameplay thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're doing her camps here. Really good way to create tempo. You're farming right now. You don't need to be farming your own camps to create tempo. And again, if the reason why we say that one must farm to create tempo is because if you do not farm, you are bleeding gold. You are automatically losing the game.
Yeah.
So if you don't take any camps, you're slowly bleeding. You're just losing to someone that's taking camps. The tempo comes from when you're finished with your clear, you will have a timer.
Yeah.
That's the idea of jungling in League. So just for clarifying, also for the people listening, why does doing camps translate to tempo? It is just a matter of how you farm. That farm equals downtime on camps. This downtime is your tempo. Because the camps are respawning, you have nothing else to do on bottom side, which means you can make a play on top side and then come back and farm these. And then by the time you've come back and farmed these, recalled, walk back out, these camps will have respawned. And again, you'll have tempo on this side again because these camps are on respawn. So now you can make a play on this side whilst these camps are up because you can defend them because you're on this side. So if the enemy jungler were to invade you on wolves and you're here, well, then you're just going to go here and kill him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just to clarify, it can get a bit confusing for people that aren't fully aware, but that's the idea. And that cycle, getting really good at that cycle of pressure, defend, when should I give, when should I defend, when should I proactively make a move, when should I not proactively make a move is good. Here I just want to show you, when you take this bot wave, why can't you make a play on this?
Well, because my teammates are top side, and we see
Yes.
Sejuani mid and Jack's bot, so I can't really
Exactly.
kill it in time before. Like it's risky. If they check it, I'm dead.
So what can you do?
I can pushing bot wave and then farming my camps or reset into coming back. I need to just get time, spend my time
Exactly.
some way or the other.
So a little neat trick is this. How much is this? Well, this cannon wave? It's a cannon wave, so it's actually a little bit more gold. It's 190. How much is this worth in camps?
It's 2 camps.
Yeah, it's 7 CS. So that's equal roughly 8.
Yeah.
So you can decide to not do this camp and even not do this camp because you took this wave.
Yeah.
In fact, if you're going to be extremely aware, one can say that the 300 gold you get is worth how much?
It's 3 camps.
Exactly. So because you got the skill bot, you even don't have to do this. And because you took the wave, you don't have to do this. So technically, when you make a play like this on side lane, one can just recall and walk straight out into top side and make another play.
Yeah.
Because you created tempo in another means. Especially in the mid and late game stages, if you make this play, kill this guy, you can just run straight into top side, and then whoever has later tempo, worse tempo than you, can just do the camps on the way here. They can do the camps for you because you created tempo somewhere else, and then they will create tempo by doing your camps. So you exchange roles. So the correct play would have been what in this situation? Kill this guy. You have a lot of gold, and that gold is gold that you do not need to farm anymore because you found it somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
So the correct play is to base and connect with your teammates. Find a way to play with these guys. Now, the other way around, you can also argue that the correct play is that they base, you base, and you connect together on midwave, and then you decide which is more valuable.
Yeah.
So in a competitive game, the best play they would be able to make as a combined team would be we all base. Kassadin respawns. We open through mid. 1-4 usually here. So one person will start going like this through to the side wave, right?
Yeah.
In fact, I would say that's fine. And then 4 people will move on the mid wave here. We'll get mid lane priority, and then we will get shallow vision here or here, and then we will react. And wherever they try to play the game, we will hunt them down and murder them.
Yeah.
Because all we need is shallow vision. Once we know that Sejuani is on one side, that is the side they're going to make a play on. Because in competitive League of Legends, the jungler in mid-game defines where the play is being made, for the most part. This is why a lot of people struggled playing against me and Hilly. Because we were crazy motherfuckers. And where the play was, the play was not defined by the jungler, but it was where the fucking top laner and support decided to group, because we were crazy motherfuckers. So, in fact, most teams would look at the jungler to see what was happening, but in Fnatic for many years, one had to look at these two guys.
That's sick.
Because if this guy had a ward and I had TP, there was a play happening, or there was a potential. And if he didn't, I was probably walking in a conga line, ready to fuck some shit up. Anyway, nostalgia aside, this is the idea of League of Legends, is you connect with each other. So right now, you have good tempo. The way to make a good play is to base and connect. Find your teammates.
Yeah.
You're done farming. You don't need to farm anymore. You need to PvP progress the game. When they're progressing, make an effort to go progress with them. Or, like I said, you simultaneously do something on the map that is equal. So in this case, what could you have done other than basing? What is the third and last option? Create tempo. Mid.
Yeah.
That is another way to connect. Because you cannot push this guy in 1v1, right? You get shit on. But you can push this guy in and shit on him.
Yeah.
You can say, fuck it, I'll sack this bot tier 3, tier 1, and I'll just come here, push the Sejuani in, and then I'll match her, and then I'll just go and fuck him up at the tier 2. So, again, all the complicated stuff aside that you can, tinker with tempo and all. What I want you to remember, most from this session, right? Let me just write it down in Notepad, so that we can work on some goal setting for you, because I want you to have some goals that will help you, right? This is this first thing. Make timers /tempo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write tempo because that's the word I used. Sorry, I was caps lock. Right? Define how to make your timers. Use minion waves. So once I reviewed it, it was pretty simple to understand, right? Which waves that you were available on and your teammates were available on. And it makes it so much easier to know when there's going to be something good and when there's going to be something bad. Like, it's obvious something bad is going to happen when Rumble is able to play on 835 and Casson isn't. You know, like that's just obvious.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like Rumble's going to come and make you sad. You know,
Mhm.
unless it's a quick play, right? Unless you're fast, in and out, boom and out, right?
Yeah.
It's really important that we acknowledge this. So use minion wave timers, right? That's why all the best players, they look at the minion waves, not the one that's on the screen, but the one that's coming, especially junglers, because you need travel time to come to that wave. You need to do a camp and then go.
Yeah.
Right? Use minion timers. Remember, definitely, these are the times, yeah? 30:05 and 0:35, yeah?
Yeah.
Right here. These two numbers are the most important numbers when it comes to League of Legends coordinated play.
Yeah.
05 and 35. This is when the waves spawn. That's when you need to be ready. So use minion wave timers to really, you know, to set consistency, you know?
Yeah.
Because this is what's going to make you hyper consistent. Is you're going to be able to ping on the nexus, from the nexus, 20 seconds, 30 seconds in advance, sometimes even a minute in advance if you get good, right? You're going to be able to maybe even literally a minute and a half in advance tell your team, I'm going to be there on this wave and I'm going to fucking fuck shit up. I expect all of you to be ready. And if you ping in solo queue, you ping the wave that's coming, right? So a 20-second, 30-second timer that allows good players, even bad players, to set themselves up for a good situation.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
Coordinate yourself based on this. And this is your homework. This is your homework. This right here and this. And then last homework, small thing, because again, you're master tier, so I like giving more homework to good players. Sense of urgency / you know, we're chilling. I need to see that.
Yeah.
I need to see that in your recalls. I need to see that in how much you're cheating tempo. You know?
Yeah.
Because this is what this is how they say it in competitors. Like, this guy's cheating tempo. He's basically saying, I'm not farming at all anymore. I'm making play into play again. He's making a play, and then instead of going back to farming and regaining tempo, he cheats tempo. He says, fuck that. I'm going to make another play.
Yeah.
I was very dirty when it came to that.
Really?
As a top laner, actually, as a jungler, I never did that. But as a top laner, I got known for doing that, I think that's like one of the one things that people, when I was up and coming in 2018 and 2019 especially, I think people would remember me most for the fact that I cheated tempo with Hilly all the time. We would make a play together, kill someone, because killing someone is equal 2 ways worth of farm. So when I got one kill, I would say, fuck it, I'm not going side lane again, I'm coming again, let's go.
That's sick.
And I would make a new play again together with support, because that's the thing, is that's why I think a lot of people, just to give you insight, right? Like, that's why people recognize me and Hilly as a top support duo, because I don't think I can think of a single top support duo in competitive play in the history of League even. Like, really, it's like these players go out of their way to play together. But Hilly was really, really, really good at making the game simple around these tempo timers, and he would be really clear in when he wanted to make plays. So when I was listening as a substitute in 2018 and Spring Split, this is what I thought was the easiest way to win on that roster. So I built my gameplay around that. I built my gameplay around tempo and making tempo for when my support is what wants to make a play, and cheating tempo for when I can do it. Like, whenever I can, I would cheat tempo and make another play with him. This is what helped me be super successful with him. Obviously, very different in solo queue. Still continue to farm, please. People will disappoint you. They will grief it and run it down in fights that we're supposed to win. So you'll struggle with that, no doubt. But that's why I want you to be aware of this, right? If you notice, you look at game time, you made a play at, let's say you made a play at 8:35, you based and you made a play at 9:05 instantly again, which is very rare. Let's say 1 minute apart. Right?
Yeah.
You made the play 1 minute apart, and play number 1 and 2 both failed. You'll notice your game is going to be really fucking rough because you just didn't take any time to farm.
Yeah.
Try to take, at least 1 minute breaks in between plays so that you can do 2 to 3 counts.
Yeah.
At least do make a play on 8:35, farm 9:05, right? Spend your gold, and then you walk out on the 9:35 wave. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You walk with it.
I walk with it.
You see, you remember the bulldoze moment?
Yeah.
Remember when you were bulldozing?
Yeah.
That is exactly what I want to see. And that's going to help you have way more control in your game. And also, this is something you suck at. Gathering information by pressing tab and communicating. You don't fucking tell your interest to stop inting.
Yeah.
Like I said, you know that you're not there, right?
Yeah.
You know you're not coming. So you remember this tier 2 play?
Yeah, I remember.
You're at Herald, right? If Jack says TP there and Sejuani collapses on top and you're just doing your thing and you're not spam pinging your team and suddenly shutdowns start flying around for the enemy team, that's a fucking blower if you lose, isn't it?
Yeah.
Be mindful of that, yeah?
Okay. I will.
But that's like side thing. I will write it down though. You know, press tab more, tab, track CS, enemy jungle CS. Better makes you help. It literally helps you make better decisions.
Yeah.
And then additionally, on top of tracking enemy jungle, I want you to communicate ping.
Okay.
All right, fantastic, man. Thank you very much.
Oh,
I appreciate
thank you.
sitting through it with me. It was it was a long ass session with a lot of in-depth stuff. But I had a lot of fun. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, this was so cool actually. Like a lot of stuff, insane, honestly. Yeah, massive brain.
Thank you. I'm just very good at the tempo stuff. Like I said, I really this is how I made my career. This is how I distinguished myself. And I studied very hard to make the difference in that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can tell. I can tell. It's very clear.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Have a wonderful rest of your day, man. I'll catch you later, dude.
See you.
Peace, peace.
Bye, bye.
All right. That was a hell of fun. Not a very cash money review. Oh yeah, I mean, I like to give people some actual goals. You know, like I think at the end of the day, goal setting is the way I learned a lot. When did you learn to think about the game like that? I got a thingy, like I had a feeling for it when I played an amateur. I just had a really good feeling. Like I said, like my philosophy when it comes to League is 4 resources in League. It doesn't matter how you gather them necessarily, especially if you have like a well balanced comp. But the idea is top lane wants to gather CS, jungle wants to gather CS, mid and AD, and then what matters is that everyone in a somewhat even spread gets farm. Now, obviously, some comps you want to have 25-30% of the gold going to your AD and mid, and then only 15% to your jungler because your jungler's playing Sejuani or a useless champ, right? Like dog champ. So it's going to change the way you approach that. But for the most part, like it's really, really like it's something that I started focusing on in amateur, and then like I said, I really like drove it home when I was playing with Hilly. But yeah, if you ask the people I played with amateur back in Belgium, like I would micromanage everyone on my team when it comes to macro, because it was just like it came naturally, and I find that like a lot of the time what people struggle with in amateur and like else in academy and stuff is like macro. So I would just tell people where to gather resources and how, while still maintaining the maximum amount of pressure on the opponent, which is basically pressure I identify as opportunity, right? Is like how much opportunity is possible when I match Syndra into the enemy AD carry, right? Can the enemy AD carry do anything? Is there any opportunity for the enemy AD carry to fight back against Syndra? Not really. So when you match Syndra into the enemy AD carry, you have all the opportunity and they have none. And that's the idea of lane assignment. And then tempo is, like I said, literally make a list, right? A wave spawns at 11:35, and all champions on your team, top, jungle, mid, AD, and support are all available, all have good tempo. It stands to reason that one wants to make a play on this wave. What is tempo? At the end of the day, it is the ability to impact the map first. That's going to be it for me. I'm going to take a quick break, and I'm going to check with someone that I scheduled whether I'm going to do a coaching stream on, do another coaching on stream or do it off stream. So let me message him real quick and see if I can do that. Hello there. Are these VODs saved? Yeah, it'll be saved. It'll be saved on Twitch. I also have the file on my YouTube, and I'll upload it to my YouTube. Like all my coachings I've done basically are all privated on YouTube. So at some point I might open those up to the public. So we'll see. Will he update us? Yeah, I'll let you know. I'm not sure if he wanted to hit GM. I don't know if he has other goals to go further, but yeah. You'll find it on the educational VOD library. I don't think so. I don't think he uploads the coaching. Save the stream. It'll be on my VODs for at least like a month, right? Like I don't know how long Twitch keeps them, but I think it's a month. So, all right. He wants to do a private stream, so I'm just gonna thank the people that I missed for the subs. Neanderthaler, the Houdini, Biera, and Lithium Battery. Thank you so much for subscribing. It's really kind of you guys. I appreciate everyone that stuck through. I know I was talking a shitload about stuff, and in general, I rant a lot when I really get passionate about tempo and stuff. I hope it helped you understand a bit of like the fundamentals that I use to define when I should make a play and when I shouldn't. Obviously, when you're lost in the sauce and it's the game spicy as hell, sometimes it's unclear and you do stupid shit. I'm not using this as like a standard for how I played all the time, but most of the time this is how I do it. Anyway, hopefully you guys learned something as well. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Appreciate it. My next stream should be tomorrow, so I should just be streaming tomorrow. I will be doing coaching with 2 people from the NA Academy guys that have some votes for me that they want to go over and discuss. So this will be more top lane stuff. It's not going to be jungle stuff. There'll be top lane stuff that we discuss and work on. Catch y'all later. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace, peace.